It's time for Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. I'm your host, Corva
And I'm your other host, Swoos.
Tonight, the Crystal Chronicles, but not that one. 3 Final Fantasy trivia battles where we ask questions about rocks and metals and stuff, and fewer questions about crystals than you would maybe think given the title, but it's hard to write questions about crystals. Our contestants for tonight's showdowns, Hebinks and Farfaloo. I'm sure everyone knows the rules, but just to be safe, this is Think Fast, the speedrunning game show. Our contestants will race for the best time in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Randomizer, but with a catch. Boos and I can interrupt whenever we feel like to ask a trivia question, and if a runner answers right, we'll take some seconds off their final time. There's no penalty for guessing wrong, but focus too hard on answering the questions, and your run might suffer. For all of you lovely folks watching at home, feel free to play along and chat. How are both of you feeling going into tonight's race?
I am a little nervous. I don't know too much about rocks or crystals. All I know is go.
You know what? That's an important skill too.
Say pretty well, but I don't know much about rock as well, and not so much about Final Fantasy. So let's hope it goes well.
This is an interesting thing you run into when we write these questions. Is I never know how much the runners know about the game, so I'm just like, well, this would probably be pretty easy if you knew Final Fantasy stuff, but it's really hard if you don't. So I'll put it as medium. So Get excited for that.
Yeah.
Are all you ready to go?
As I'm going to be.
All right, then, without further delay, it's time to think fast in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, I like this start.
All right, so before we get into our trivia disaster, explain the game a little bit for us. What's going on in this randomizer?
So in this randomizer, what we have done, and the developer Wild Ham has done a great job of doing, is we have shuffled all the major key items into different chests all over the world. So where you would normally find brown chests, you might see red chests. And that'll tell us that there's a key item in there. Our objective is to reassemble the Sky Coin. That dastardly Dark King has shattered it, so we can't use it to open the door. But joke's on him, we have glue. So we're going to find 36 shards, put them together with our best arts and craft skills, and then open the door anyways. So that's the basic gist. And the world's completely open as opposed to being gated behind event flags. So as long as we got the right items, we could go wherever we want.
Are the party members also scattered around the world?
So the cool thing about the party members is that they're in their original spots. I mean, we can hit flags to upgrade them to their second versions. So I just picked up Tristan 1, where you would normally find him in vanilla. And after I get an item from him, hopefully he doesn't give me a soda can. Jerk. He likes to give me soda. It's useless. But once he gets an item from me, I can go pick up the second version of him once I swap out my party members.
Gotcha. One thing to note for all you watching, you might have noticed the estimate is 1 hour. We're going to be doing 3 of these, 3 different seats, and there's going to be different goals in some of the different seats. Is that right?
Indeed. So our first seed here, we're going to have the Shattered Sky Coin. For seed number 2, we're actually going to be forced to fight all the 4 major bosses and save the earthly crystals. Something we probably should be doing in this one, but the world will recover anyways. It's no big deal. We got to go fast.
Yeah, it happens.
You have to think fast as well?
A little bit, but only for the platforming parts. I know jumping's weird in Final Fantasy games. I'm still not used to it myself. But
you're gonna have to do more than a little bit, because we got a lot of questions that we prepared for y'all that, again, I don't know how hard these are. That's kind of the problem we run into every time we do this show, is we ask questions and we think they're not too bad, and then they're pretty rough. So are you all ready for that?
As I'm gonna be.
All right. Also, as a quick reminder, if you get it wrong, you can just keep guessing. You don't have to wait. So just get those guesses out. Our first question. What is the only mainline Final Fantasy game where the player cannot use an airship for transportation?
Is it Final Fantasy 2? No.
It is not 2.
got part of it. It is a Final Fantasy game.
It is a Final Fantasy. You got the first 2 words right.
Well, in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, you cannot use an airship.
Wait, can you not in this one?
No, there is no airship in Mystic Quest.
Is this considered mainline, though?
No, it's like Final Fantasy USA.
Oh, it's a spin-off, you're right.
Phew.
Yeah. Dodge the bullet.
Basically, what numbered game?
Going through them in my head. 13.
And 13
It is
is right.
13.
I'm hoping that some of these aren't out of date, though, also, I will say. Because I didn't play 15, so it's possible that some of these are pre-15, in which case I apologize for my information. But I hope that was right. Swoosh, I missed who got that, if you could.
That is 20 seconds for Ebbings.
They're generous.
All right. You can turn the car into a plane in 15. That is an airship in a way, so I would say that counts. Mainly because that means I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
which is something that has never happened on this show before and will obviously never happen.
Not even once.
Ask me how many red berries are in Celeste. Don't do it. It was rough.
There's like 20.
There's 30, right?
Yeah.
I like
Look,
all these.
anything's an airship if you airship enough, so.
I guess. I'm liking all these skeleton bridges.
That is the bone dungeon for you.
The Bone Zone.
Bone Dungeon. Yeah.
Aptly named.
I do like also that every time you go to the world map, you just get a bunch of fanfare.
Oh yeah, no, that's the music shuffle that's been built in by our lovely developer Wild Ham. It was a much sought after feature. He comes from the Final Fantasy 1 randomizer community, so he's been trying to pull over features from that crew, and he's been doing a fantastic job at it.
I think every time I go on a road trip, that should just play the moment that I leave a gas station.
You successfully filled up your car.
Oh, that was so
very
good.
disturbing.
I mean, that's what it feels like.
This is the first time I try it, so this is very disturbing when you hit the world map or you have the game over music and stuff like that.
It's like, where
You're
did
just
I die?
autopilot, and it's like, wait, I didn't game over.
What happened?
What went wrong?
I just started this fight.
Too bad. Game over.
I feel like we got a baby seed Farflu. We got megas.
So the way I'm picturing this is from a Pokemon runner standpoint. That probably means something very different to me.
Now you can mega evolve your party.
Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
Mega
No,
Tristan.
Our explosives have mega grenade and the ability to be chucked halfway across the screen. And they do a lot of damage.
Ooh.
So instead of laying them down like plebs, we yeet them.
Wait. Oh, not in battle.
Oh,
I was like, I didn't know.
In battle, that they just do way large amounts of damage.
Sure. I was just like, I didn't think distance had the distance really mattered in Final Fantasy combat. Wait a minute.
Final Fantasy Battle Network.
That would kind of rip.
I'm waiting for the NT Warrior Final Fantasy show.
I'm very excited for that Battle Network re-release coming next year.
Oh yeah, that is a thing, huh?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that I haven't played, so we should have Battle Network on our show at some point.
Write that down. Write that down.
We've never looked into this before. Y'all wanna answer some more trivia? You crushed the first one, so I'm not worried about the rest of it, to be honest, at this point.
Therefore, you know everything.
Therefore,
else
you
there
know
is to
everything. That's called extrapolating from a single data point, and it's art.
Yeah. All right.
Booze, take us away.
What type of alternative media production format did Tetsuya Nomura briefly consider for Final Fantasy 15?
Stage
This
play?
question. You're very close.
Yeah.
Radio show?
You're farther.
Further.
be something you could move, like, not the Wii because it's too old, but I don't know the name, with the Xbox Kinect, I think.
No, it is. It was not a video game.
Yeah. Instead of a video game, it was going to be something else.
An anime?
It is not an anime. This was very hard to phrase, I will say.
Yeah.
A book, a series of manga.
Not a manga.
Television drama?
Not a TV drama.
Stage play was extremely close.
I don't think what else would be
Movies?
a road. It's like a road tour, or a musical.
It would. A musical is correct.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez.
30 seconds for Hebanks. According to Nomura, he was so moved by the film adaptation of Les Miserables that he became dead set on turning Final Fantasy 15 into a musical until the executives at Square talked him out of it.
That
Yeah,
game's,
probably for the better.
I don't think that would have been very good.
that game spent so long
Honestly-
development.
Okay, on one hand, I think that probably would have been a disaster. On the other hand, I think it would have ripped.
Yeah, but like Final Fantasy 15 on Broadway.
I want to see that, but I don't think it would be good.
Maybe like also with a game.
Yeah.
Like kind of just like an addition to it instead of a replacement.
I can't wait until I have to go see a Kingdom Hearts musical in order to actually keep up with the plot.
Yeah.
To be honest, they have done a good job of making all the non-video game Kingdom Hearts stuff not canon. I think there was a Kingdom Hearts manga that is not canon, but Nomura does some wild stuff sometimes.
Like making Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Or in the case of Final Fantasy 13 Versus, not making Final Fantasy. All right, so what is this? Is this what is this mirror zone we're in here?
So this is the ice pyramid, and the devs
Oh,
were
that
going
makes more
for an
sense.
ice effect here. However, there is a mirror involved. You're surprisingly close to the theme here. So if you're looking and you're not seeing enemies that I'm normally bumping into to start fights, it's because I'm supposed to have some magic mirror to be able to see these enemies. But that's slow, and I don't know where it is. It could be literally anywhere. It's been shuffled into the world, and I don't have time to
Gotcha.
go look for it. So I'm just gonna trudge my way through these guys.
The magic mirror takes you to the dark world, right? Pretty sure I remember that from the SNES games.
Actually,
Yeah.
it brings you back into
All
the
SNES
light
games
world.
also.
Okay, it looks like we get random encounters, but we don't have this in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. The enemies are static at the same spot, but since we cannot see them, it almost looks like we have random encounters.
I do
No.
like the idea of like random encounters the hard way.
But you might want to run away, but if the enemy is blocking the path, you still have to fight back. I think if you run away and go back on the enemy, it's still the same. You don't have a different encounter. But maybe you
It
can
can
correct me.
shuffle, but it's very like you only get like a pool of 2 fights for every like little mob.
Do you have unlimited bombs here?
No.
No, okay.
There's a number underneath there, and I'm keeping a very close eye on it so I
Okay.
don't accidentally run out.
That is an ammo counter, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was like, it could be 34 pow. I don't know anything. I know life. That one I got.
Life makes sense.
Life
Level
makes
makes sense too.
I like that you have your bow in manual, not instead of automatic, so you have to work the bow clutch.
Oh yeah, no, that bow clutch is devastating. No, the manual setting there is for my partner. So this game was made for babies, and so essentially I can toggle my partner to be automatically controlled by the computer, and then her inputs will just be played by the game.
Is the AI any good?
Decent, and as in with some partners, the AI can do stuff you can't normally do with your partner. So for Phoebe here, if I set her to automatic when I upgrade her, she can use a spell she doesn't literally have on her sometimes.
Oh, that's great.
Are y'all ready for some more trivia?
As I'm gonna be.
All right.
Always.
How many metals are liquid at ordinary room temperature and pressure?
1. I guess
One
there's
is
only
correct.
mercury.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. At least I knew that
seconds
one.
for- 20 seconds for fellow.
How many elements are liquid at room temperature?
I don't know.
I'll let T-Binks answer this one.
Oh no.
This is for no time. This is a follow-up question.
My wife's a bio teacher, not a chemistry teacher. I don't know this.
I'm pretty sure it's just 2. Because bromine is it's a liquid, but it's not a metal.
How many elements are liquid at room temperature? Yeah, it's just 2.
Depending on the room.
Well, sure. There are 4 more that can become liquid just above room temperature, so it does depend on the room.
Yeah. But I think room temperature is pretty defined at around it's like 68 Fahrenheit or something. Gallium turns to liquid at like 80 or like 90 Fahrenheit. Or like 23, 24 Celsius, I guess. Maybe more. I don't know, but it's not room temperature.
I did pretty badly in chemistry, so thanks y'all for carrying me there. This is honestly, this is a very good trivia start, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Y'all are crushing it.
Doing great.
Now, if only I could not run into enemies as well as answer these questions.
Well, life's about
well-
trade-offs, okay?
The time you're saving makes up for it from the questions.
You got to put your stat points and things, and unfortunately, you put it all in trivia and not randomly running into enemies.
My favorite
All it,
stat.
no luck.
All in, no wisdom. Let's go. I don't know anything about how the world works.
That's okay.
It was really
as long as you
weird.
know what it does.
True. It was really weird, I thought, in the character creation screen to have not running into random enemies there, but now it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. It's my favorite Skyrim skill.
I like that. I like how the implication that you can't improve it till you go to bed too. You're like, I feel like I could become better at not running into enemies, but I have to go to sleep and reflect on this first.
Oh no, don't kill me.
I saw it in a dream. How to become better.
I want to say that I love this Squid Man.
Oh, dude, the sprite work in this game, all the enemies have amazing sprite work. The plot in this game is garbage, if you can really call it a plot.
Makes sense.
The most intense character development you'll see is Ben shrugging at the camera. But the sprite work and the music, they cranked it up to 11.
I think it's still better than Pokemon, though.
It depends on the game.
Mostly. Except, Gen 5.
Have you ever read the plot summary for X and Y? I think
No, I have not.
it's Lysander's motivations. It's like
Oh.
it's literally like Lysander then threatens to either grant the players immortal life X or blow up everyone in the room Y.
That's quite the interesting trade.
it's a bit different.
Pokemon lore is very interesting.
Oh, we're in the volcano land now. What did this?
Yeah, but there's a
happen?
hotel.
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of like Pokemon.
volcano tourism.
Of course.
Speaking of which, let's give us a
Speaking of
question.
volcanoes. What country has the most active volcanoes?
Africa? Oh, sorry.
That is not a country.
That
That's
is
not a country, nor is it correct.
Hawaii.
Why?
No, that's
Why is also not a country?
Yeah.
Y'all find a country at once. I believe in you all.
This is our only geography question, and I'm very happy about
Oh wait.
There's two.
Maybe one more.
Is it Japan? Oh,
It is not. It is close, though. I was gonna do what continent, and then I got mixed answers from the internet. So
I think I know the answer. I can let T-Binks have a try since I said a few wrong
It's-
answers.
I don't think it's the United States.
Did you say?
It's
not the United
I think
States.
the U.S. is like third or fourth, though.
That was the answer I was about to say.
Yeah.
Got a few more countries to go through here. Just a few. Russia?
It's not Russia.
Mexico?
Nope.
Greenland?
No.
You gotta think less like area and more location, I think.
Yeah.
Like as
So I
a
did.
as a hint, like a lot of islands, right, are volcanic.
Island?
That's
Japan
like-
was close in terms of both number and area. Japan actually has the second most. So
Thailand?
getting closer.
That's gotten it.
It's in the middle of Japan and Australia, kind of.
New Zealand?
Okay.
No.
The island size does matter a little bit. I almost just said context for a size does matter, but
I'm trying to think. And trying to write at the same time.
Remember the world map real quick.
Right? Indonesia?
It is
That is right.
Indonesia.
20 seconds for Hebings. That's 58 of them, which is quite a few.
Yeah.
How many did Japan
58
have?
currently active. Japan has 44.
That's also quite a few.
Oh, how many of those are underwater?
I don't know. But according to the volcano.si.edu, which is the Smithsonian's Global Volcanism Program, that's what's listed.
The problem with having the volcanoes underwater is that you can only use them once because all the area gets filled up with cobblestone after it erupts.
Right. For those saying Iceland, Iceland only has 9 active volcanoes.
Only.
Only. They might have some of the most per capita, but not the most in general.
Those are rookie
That would be an
numbers.
interesting question too. Is most most per capita is like such an interesting statistic in terms of like how many people have to share a volcano.
If you were to divide up all of the volcanoes in the country among the entire population, what country would get you the most of a volcano? Apparently France has 8 active volcanoes. Definitely not a country you'd really think of.
Yeah, I would not.
The US has 42. Probably largely Hawaii. I don't know if the Yellowstone one is considered one.
I
That
think
one's
it
kind
is.
of rough. Yeah, I don't know what they define as like an active volcano though.
I would
Regardless,
assume there's definitely like a real definition for what makes it
Yeah.
active, right?
I'm sure.
I think it's like if the volcano still got like a rumbly tummy, like it's still lavaing it up, magmaing it up. Sorry.
It turns into lava. That should have been a question. What's the difference between lava and magma?
Well, spoiler alert, I accidentally answered it,
Kind of.
but in like a really weird, confusing way. I like that this is just the alive forest.
Yep, as opposed to the dead forest.
Yeah.
Also, I think there's going to be something in here that predates the Great Daku Tree.
Ooh.
Is it the moon helm?
You got me.
Yes. Clearly.
Barfalo hates this place. That's why I'm going here. I'm hoping to get ahead of him this way. He'll never take me alive.
Well, you kind of have to because that's the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Not that bad. One box shuffle. You need a dragon claw.
For some of it, yeah.
That guy's little dance is incredible.
Oh, dude, the sprite dance is. You should wait till we get to the turtles. They have the sassiest little dance.
Oh, I'm actually very excited for this.
It had this.
Oh,
Like,
I do like that.
head wave.
I do like that every time you teleport out, all the trees grow back.
It's
It's a
alive.
very active forest.
It is. Some might say it's alive.
Whoa.
Think about that.
I would
Speaking
never
of thinking,
about things that are alive.
what?
What?
Square Enix's Artenia Cafe in Tokyo currently serves 4 cocktails named after summons. What are they?
Shiva,
That is one of them.
Ifrit,
That's another one.
Garuda.
That is not one of them.
Bahamut.
Nope.
We are missing no.
No, that'd be pretty good though.
That's good. I would summon Missing No.
Look, if they like gave me a drink full of random numbers and symbols, I would drink it wholeheartedly.
No, it's like when you go to like the soda fountain and you put one of everything in there. It's like that, but for a cocktail.
Oh no.
Any other
Titan?
guesses? Titan is another one.
I think that's all 3.
There's one more.
Carbuncle.
It is not car. Oh man, that'd be good though.
Oh, I know one. Golem. But that's
Golem's
another
not one of
drink.
them.
I want to drink that.
I did write down all of the ingredients. I went and translated them all. So when we at the end of this question, I will tell you how you can make your own at home. Except I don't actually have the volumes of liquid, so you have to kind of experiment.
Phoenix.
That is it. That's the last one. That is 30 seconds for Hemmings. So the Phoenix is beer, tomato juice, and Tabasco.
No, thank you.
The Shiva is white rum, white curacao, lychee, and lemon juice.
Sounds good.
Not
Ifrit
bad.
is white rum, white curacao, orange juice, and creme de cassis. I might have pronounced that one wrong. And the Titan is just Suntory, the premium malts, and dry ginger ale.
Interesting.
Honestly, the last 3 all sound pretty good. The first one is not for me. I do not like tomatoes.
I don't know how that works.
I wouldn't pour a beer into a Bloody Mary, so hard pass.
Exactly. Like
They have originally the way I'd written that question is there are actually 3 item based ones too. There are 2 materia themed ones and there is an elixir. But I was like the summon one's more fun.
Oh, I bet the elixir one's the same one they put in the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook.
It might be.
That one's pretty good.
I've been to the Final Fantasy XIV cafe in Akihabara, and it was pretty good.
Making me
I'd go
jealous.
It was a while ago though. This was like 2018.
In the before times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to visit Japan later this year, so give me your best cafes to go to.
My wife and I were literally booking. We were like getting ready to like pull the trigger on going to Japan, and then the doom happened
Oh,
and
Yeah.
everything shut down, and I was like, no. I was about to put in time off for work and everything. And I was like, nope.
just take the time off anyways.
I would love to go again. These days I'm just like, what if I spent all of my vacation time at the GDQ studio doing audio? Oops.
I mean, the GDQ cafe
Yeah,
can't be that bad, right?
a trip abroad or sitting in front of a soundboard. Decisions.
Exactly. Maybe we'll have to supposed to plan that trip, and then we'll do Think Fast live from Tokyo.
That sounds great because it'll be at like 4 a.m.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty rough time there, but we definitely could.
I'll pay for tickets to sit on that couch.
Catch us in later this year, and we'll think about it. Thanks.
Tell your friends about the show so that we can justify doing this.
Yeah.
All right, so how have we? I don't have any like knowledge of how this is going randomization wise. How is it looking in terms of one might call it a go mode?
So right now, we only need these Skycoin shards. I just picked up one of them. We need 36 of them. I'm at about 24.
Okay.
Barfaloo, how many you at?
I don't take them. I would have to pause, but I would guess I'm behind because I still don't have claws.
Oh no. You probably have other stuff that I don't have. Like,
I have 22.
you're not too far behind at all. And you might actually be ahead of me in some regards because I'm also missing some major spells that would make things a lot easier for me.
That's why you have all these bombs, right?
Look, that's the adage, right? Who needs magic when you have technology? Ben's just an artificer ahead of his time.
That was the main goal of the Industrial Revolution.
It's true.
To do away with magic.
And that's why you don't see many alchemists anymore.
Exactly.
Because they were like, this is kind of inefficient. We have to give up something for this? I don't know.
The whole lead to gold thing just wasn't panning out.
All right, so this next question, Swoos added about 5 minutes before we went live, and it's very good. So
I like this one.
Please,
because I just remembered it.
do the honors.
What Nintendo DS sports game features Black Mage, White Mage, and Cactuar?
Chocobo GP?
That's
No.
not right.
Well, quickly check that, but
Well, if it is, then that's not the right answer.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
that is not a sports game.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Look,
Yeah, otherwise
it's
this would be a much
chess.
easier
Okay.
question.
GP was not on the DS. Good. This is specifically a original Nintendo DS game.
Trying to think of what sports games Square's published, if any.
It's
It
a
was?
surprising one, I will say.
Yeah. It was developed by Square Enix, so it's not some. I'm not gonna say obscure because it is kind of obscure, but
Is it a cricket game? I guess
It's
I gotta.
not a cricket game,
No,
but
but that would be
man,
cool.
I have long said that a like video game character cricket game would go so hard.
You'd have to
a
have
video
saves
game
though,
character.
because those cricket games can last for like a week.
Yeah,
It depends on your rule set.
yeah. If it's 2020, it's a lot shorter.
I just can't imagine any mage and stuff like that in sports, but I guess
Exactly. That's why it's
That's
obscure.
why it's a weird question.
that
Yeah,
could be neat in water polo.
it is a less obscure sport than you would maybe think.
Yeah.
Is it a baseball game?
It is not a
It's
baseball
not a
game.
baseball game.
Basketball?
It is a basketball game.
Is it an NBA game?
It is not an
No.
NBA game. If you could name the series that this basketball game is about, I think we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Also, we're in Sassy Turtle Land.
Is it these guys?
No, they're
Or
little
is it the
gray
overworld
sprites.
turtles?
You'll see them. They're overworld turtles. The in-game ones don't really move, but the little sprites, these guys, with their little head wobbles.
I love them. Oh, they're perfect.
Oh, by the way, I just got claws. I couldn't see the timer, but I think this is the worst claw time I got.
I hate that feeling. Where it's like, I need this. Where is it? Speaking of,
Any ideas as to what series this basketball game could be about?
is it?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
It is not Fire. Oh my God,
Fire Emblem basketball would
Fire
be
Emblem Golf.
fantastic.
I want because the crit animations would be just out of this world. But I do want to see Marth Doug so bad. As a final hint, there are quite a few sports games in this series.
Oh no. I'm blanking on this one. I can't think of anything right now.
It is easier than you think.
You are overthinking it.
Super Mario. They have everything.
That is right.
Oh jeez.
The game is Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and it is a Nintendo DS basketball game that has a Final Fantasy team on it. And you can see Black Mage dunk if you want. So that's pretty cool.
20 seconds for Farfaloo.
When's the Rabbids crossover?
True. There was an NBA game, I think, for the GameCube that features Mario, Luigi, and Peach playing alongside, like, LeBron and stuff. So that gives LeBron James a Ryu number of 2.
Oh yeah, Ryu and Chun-Li have been making the rounds.
Next episode, we're just gonna ask what everyone's Ryu number is. For those who don't know, our Ryu number is how many it's like a Kevin Bacon number, how like many movies you are removed from Kevin Bacon. That's how many games you are removed from Ryu. And a majority of video game characters are like less than 3.
What game would we even like do for that?
I don't know.
Because there aren't any like Street Fighter. Okay, there probably are Street Fighter spin-off games, but I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Puzzle Fighter's, I think, the only one with the gem drops.
I wonder, yeah, with LeBron being added to multiverses, how many real life basketball Ryu numbers now are there? Well, I guess also there was Michael Jordan, but like,
I think, well, I mean, you have the NBA games, so every single basketball player is connected.
Oh,
but,
that's right, that's right.
I think like NBA 2K2 or something on the GameCube had Mario in it. So you do LeBron to Mario, Mario to Ryu.
Right,
and
that's
then
right.
every other NBA player is connected to LeBron through the NBA game. So the entirety of the NBA roster from like 2002 to today has a Ryu number of at least, or at most, 3.
And a lot of actors are probably like linked in through like The Rock or like John Cena.
Abraham Lincoln has a Ryu number of 2.
That is true because of
Codename Steam.
Codename Steam.
Yep. Martha's in Codename Steam with Ryu and Smash.
Yeah, that checks out.
I know John Cena was in the SNK All-Stars mobile game, along with The Rock.
Okay. Barack Obama is at most 3 because he was in Rabbids. And I think also in the Shaq Fu sequel. With Shaq, who is probably in some other game. NBA Jam has some presidents in it too. There are a lot of real-life people that you would not expect are both in video games and are that closely connected to Ryu.
Ryu just knows everyone.
Apparently. And then, Ryu's in Fortnite, I think. So,
oh yeah,
that's a whole other thing.
That means Ryu. That means that Fortnite is just a whole like, 'cause that means Master Chief has a Ryu number of 1.
I think
right?
The Rock does like 3 times because I think The Rock is in like Fortnite like 3 times as different characters.
That means Goku's is 1.
Wild. Gaming is weird.
Yeah, Goku and Ryu, they hang out.
What a time to be alive.
Speaking of gaming,
I love gaming. Do you have any questions about it?
how many unwinnable battles exist in the first Final Fantasy game?
4?
Incorrect. Incorrect. Getting colder.
1?
Incorrect.
3?
Incorrect.
2.
Incorrect.
0.
That's right.
0.
Channing would
10
have known that if
seconds
he
for
was here.
Helix. Final Fantasy 2 was the first game in the series to introduce the concept. We tricked ya.
Oh, like scripted battles. Got it.
Yeah. Fights you are intended to lose.
Right. So like all of them if you're me and I'm not good at RPGs.
Well, there's a difference between fights you are intended to lose and fights that you lose.
Oh, everything's intentional
Fastest game
if
if
you don't think about it.
Ooh, chat makes a good point. Naruto's Ryu number is at most 3. It's probably lower, to be honest. Is there like a website for this?
There's like a subreddit that people kind of
Yeah.
go all over.
Ryu number generator.
There's a Twitter. There's a Ryu number Twitter account.
Drag. Oh, that's just to make the like. If Ryu isn't. Wait, Naruto's in Fortnite?
Oh yeah, he was in
Alright,
it
well, it's
recently, I
one.
think.
I did not know they added Naruto to Fortnite.
The Gustave Trouvé, the actual inventor of the electric car, has a Ryu number of 4.
What? Through what?
Gustave is connected to Louis-Philippe d'Orleans through aviary attorney. He is connected to Lincoln through Victoria 3. Lincoln's connected to Robin through codename Steam, and Robin's connected to Ryu through Smash Bros.
That checks out. I should play Avian Attorney.
Please tell me that's
yeah.
a Phoenix Wright spoof.
Yeah.
I mean, between like the Lego games and like Smash and stuff, like everyone's connected to everyone.
Yeah. Everyone is here.
Sonic is in Lego Dimensions, so anyone connected to Lego Dimensions has a number of 2.
Oh, yeah, because yeah. There's just these hubs.
Yeah. Joan of
In a
Arc
way.
is 2.
Is that also... Wait, is Joan of Arc
No.
in Lego Dimensions?
No, through Mario's Time Machine.
Heck yeah.
There are a lot of historical figures through that as well. Everyone's favorite game. Mario's Time Machine. Please never play that.
Is Mickey Mouse's 2 or 1?
Have Mickey Mouse and Ryu been in the same game?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's at most 2 because of Smash.
Right. I think it is 2.
That makes sense.
Oh,
There's like a lot of
Farfocus.
Disney stuff that through Kingdom Hearts. It's like, oh yeah, no, Mike Wazowski's Ryu number is 2.
The seat's taking us to weird places, man.
Disney Infinity connects Captain America to Ryu, or connects anyone in Disney Infinity to Captain America who is in Marvel vs. Capcom with Ryu. So pretty much every Disney character that's in Disney
Gotcha.
Infinity has a number of 2. Anyways, moving on to real content.
What is this
We'll
not
get
real
back
content?
to this. We'll get back to it.
It's real fake content.
Of course.
Which Final Fantasy game features the longest running credits in the series?
Final Fantasy 14,
Which one?
A Realm Reborn.
Correct. 30 seconds for Hibbinks. Yes, users who paid for at least 90 cumulative days of service to Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 received Legacy Campaign status. All Legacy members could request their names be included in the credit roll for A Realm Reborn, resulting in a nearly 2-hour credit sequence.
Lovely.
Though you can skip that part if you want.
It's like Mighty Number 9 having a credit sequence of like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
Because they just have all the contributors.
But the difference is more people probably contributed to Mighty Number 9 than played 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, but
Those
more
are 90
people
days.
enjoyed Final Fantasy 14, so
Those brave souls who played 1.0.
Yep. I remember hearing, I remember 2.0 coming out, and then like all the buzz being on, like, it's weirdly good. It's weirdly good.
Oh, you mean
And then I played.
They didn't shout from the rooftops. It's actually playable now.
Well, there was that too, but.
Did you know?
And then, boy howdy, was it weirdly good, and I played too much of it. What's Alphino's Ryu number? From Final Fantasy 14. It's probably 2.
I don't know. He's in the
It's Cloud
Dissidia
and
NT
14.
mobile game, and the mobile game with the Dissidia titles links all those characters together.
Yeah, then Cloud, yep, it's probably 2.
And then Cloud.
And then, yep. Alpha Node stole, actually, no, directly to Cloud because of NT.
I was thinking like, oh, well, Nier, and then you go from Nier maybe with something, but, or Monster Hunter is also in Final Fantasy 14, so maybe there's something there, but yeah, no, the Cydia makes sense.
Those games are weird, but I love them because they're fighting games.
All right, so how are we looking on these sky shards?
I think I'm around 28, but I'm being dunked on by crazy birds. So 1 second.
I just checked. I have 33.
I'm at
Crazy Birds, like an
30.
Angry Bird spinoff.
32 now.
Of 36, right? And is there something you have to do once you get 36, or is it just get 36 and you're good?
So 36, and then we have to make a mad dash to the final dungeon and open the door, and then we have a boss rush.
Gotcha. Those guys looked very sad. I feel bad for those guys.
Oh yeah, a lot of the enemies come in cocky, but they end up looking pretty sad by the time we're done with them.
Yeah, they deserve it.
That's me every time I do a speed run.
And talking about Sky Shards, what I like is whatever number you run, you need 16, 36, or 24. There will always be 40 shards in the game, so you can make some aggressive skips.
Oh.
Hope you don't miss too much. So, what I'm about to say, you just you can afford to miss 4 of these shards in this game. It's not that much, so that's why we are almost checking everything. But long and slower checks we can skip.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Chad has issued a challenge to find something with a Ryu score of at least 5.
Ooh. Well, it's got to be a real life person then.
Probably. I mean,
if the inventor of the electric car in like the 1880s is a number of 4, then
yeah. It's definitely getting harder. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure that the Twitter has some stuff if you just go down pretty quick.
I'll find some.
What about ET? What's ET's Ryu number?
ET's. I don't know.
ET's Ryu number. Who is this person? I found one that's a 5.
That one's really obscure. I don't know who that is.
John Torque from the Vehicle Action Series Vigilante 8.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has a Ryu number of 3.
That's criminal. It should be lower.
All right, help me out. Our Ryu number. The crewmates from Among Us have a Ryu number of 3.
Of course.
Ratchet and Clank via Among Us PS5, and then PlayStation All Stars, and then Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Interesting.
Okay, I found one.
Okay.
Tahu from Bionicles has a Ryu number of 5. It goes to Takua from Bionicle the Game, then to Johnny Thunder via LEGO Studios Backlot, then to Batman via the LEGO Movie video game, then to Sonic via LEGO Dimensions, then to Ryu via Smash. So there you go.
Wild.
You gotta get pretty obscure. Adam Levine's is 4. In case you were wondering.
What's Ariana Grande's?
I don't know. Probably also 4.
I don't know. She was in a couple she was in the mobile Final Fantasy game that had like all those
Oh,
characters.
then probably lower.
Really?
Yeah, they put her in. I forget what it's called now, but it was some mobile title for them, and it had all the mainline characters. Not Record Keeper. It's the other one.
Macbeth says 4. You go from Macbeth to Hamlet to Aristotle to Mario to Ryu.
Oh,
Obviously. How else would
yeah,
you
of
get it?
course.
Is it because of Mario's time machine?
It is.
Oh God. I was like, what's the connection there? And I just remembered that game existed.
Everyone's favorite game. Don't play it.
I tried playing again recently. It's pretty incomprehensible, I gotta say.
I tried tasking it. It's bad.
It's not very good. It's not a great
It's
game.
really boring.
Why would you
I
do
hate
that?
to be a downer about it, but
The game Mario's Time Machine for this NES. It is it's called homework. You do your homework in the game, which is just there's like a fact sheet about like a person in like the location you're trying to go to, and you put in all the right answers. Then you go like surfing through time or something, and you pick up mushrooms, and it's bad. You pick up 10 mushrooms, and you go travel in time to the place you're supposed to go. Then you bring an object to a person, and then you repeat that 25 times.
Yeah, I'd much rather time travel with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
John Arbuckles is 3.
Someone said any RuneScape NPCs is 5+, and I don't think that's true because
Smite.
because Gnome Child's in Smite, and Thor is in Smite, and Thor is in Disney Infinity or Marvel vs. Capcom with Ryu. So that would put RuneScape at 3.
Hannah Montana is 2. 3. Hannah Montana is 3 if you don't include Mies.
I mean, if you included Mies, you could just make anyone.
Well, no, because it's specifically games that have Mii
Right.
support, and then
The Mii character, not a
the
Mii of
Mii,
a
yes,
person.
exactly. All right, should we ask like actual question? Oh,
I think
bread.
so.
Bread has a Ryu number of 3. You're wondering, just the
Bread
concept.
bread like the food?
Like the
Oh,
food, yeah.
Great.
All right, we do trivia on this show.
We do. Such as this one.
Am I doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many elements are confirmed to exist?
112?
That is not enough.
116.
That is not right either.
130 or something?
That is too many.
122.
That is also too many.
118.
That is right.
Correct.
20 seconds for Hebinks. Element 118. Oganesson?
Oganesson, I think.
Oganesson was first synthesized in 2002, and scientists have either made 5 or 6 atoms of it. The exact number is unknown.
I think it has a half-life of like 700 microseconds or something.
I get it, but I feel like those are cheating.
They definitely are, but they do technically exist.
When it's like, oh yeah, we just like threw a bunch of stuff in a particle accelerator that existed for like 2 picoseconds. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah, but I guess the implication that an atom existed with 118 protons.
I know.
But like, yeah, it's not really a thing. Well, if you're writing a dystopian young adult novel, you can write about how the discovery of Oganesson led to the downfall of humanity.
It's true.
You're welcome.
Watch
of-
the space.
Speaking of the downfall of humanity here, this bird's spraying its Axe body spray over me. It's not
Oh
great.
no.
You can see its effect on my partner here.
You become a ghost.
I think I ran.
Oh, you've been.
You're
Oh, you become
petrified.
rocks. You become rocks. I learned to read.
That's relevant.
do you
True.
say?
It's a reference to our theme.
Speaking of rocks,
Oh, we're like rapid fire in these now.
speaking of rocks,
You'll
I'm trying to
find
find
one.
a rock question.
There's a rock question. Okay,
I'll do
that
that one
was
later.
one.
Do that one later.
Okay,
We don't have that many rock questions. I'm
I
sorry.
know. They're mostly. Speaking of rocks, give us a Final Fantasy question.
Speaking of rocks, what was the first Final Fantasy game to be released in North America before Japan?
Final
you
Fantasy
write this
Mystic
one wrong?
Quest.
That's right. What do you mean? I didn't write this one wrong.
You read it as Mythic Quest.
Darn it! I did write it. 20 seconds for leaving. God darn it. I've been screwing this up all week because I keep flipping Mystic Quest, the game, versus Mythic Quest, the television show. I've done this like 90 times.
By the way, this is our favorite sprite in the community. We call him the stupid sexy bird.
That sprite's incredible.
You know,
Hate me like one of your pheasants.
I think El Magus has a great emote of that pose. Shout outs.
Yeah, that does seem like a very good emote. So is this the boss rush dungeon that we're in?
Indeed.
We're not quite there yet. We are there. Okay.
We are walking up on the big man himself.
Yeah, actually,
Oh, yeah, this looks...
the stupid
Dark
bird is the
King.
fourth. Yeah. But, Hibbings, do you have the Aegis Shield?
I do. And that's the only
Yeah.
reason I got through that last fight.
I think that's the case. You need the Aegis Shield for Go mode. I came back. Well, I'm still looking for the shield.
Now. Luck is on my side. Let's go. Hopefully I don't get cheesed out in this.
Looks
What
like
is the Aegis shield?
So there's 3 shields in the game. There's a generic steel shield, which just gives you stats. It's garbage. The Venus shield gives you immunity to paralysis, and the Aegis shield gives you immunity to petrification. That's why you kept seeing him spray me, and I wasn't turning to stone. It wasn't luck, it's the equipment.
yeah, it looked like the first phase of Zoe was just spreading stone gas, so there's literally nothing I can do without petrify immunity.
And so we also have the enemies' attacks randomized as well for this. Coming up on time.
Oh,
Time.
all right.
Well, if you're done, I think I will have to forfeit this one, or at least know where is the shield.
Where did I find that shield? See, this is the short-term memory loss I was talking about. Not talking about.
No,
in our
no, I
community.
get it.
it's in the game.
If we're ever on our own show and whoever's like hosting for us asks questions about the show itself, I would fail miserably.
I would probably know a pretty good amount.
I don't
Where
know.
did you find this? I don't know. I just have it. I'm going.
Chat, do you
It showed up in
remember?
my inventory at some point.
Yeah, and
Oh,
with
yeah,
the claw
chat's great at telling
location,
us what things are.
I would guess with the claw location, you didn't find the shield where I'm looking at in Pyramid. Nah, it's not here.
I found it. I think I found it in Lava Dome. Did you go to Dome?
Yeah, I did quite a lot in Dome. Well, I went in there without claw, so I did skip things.
Oh, I think it was in the treasure room area of Lava Dome, so the second half.
Okay.
This is now a co-op run.
Yeah.
See, what song
If
did we
anyone
get
knows.
for the credits? Yeah, if the chat can fact check me.
Someone run back in the VOD real quick and find
Give us-
out where it was.
Is there a spoiler file?
No, the way the randomizer is built out is if you check the option to generate a spoiler file, it gives you a completely different hash.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, but I'll look at the room we're talking about, and if it's not there, I think I can give you the win for. Well, you already have the win on this one, and we could go to the second
Do have
seed.
2 more races.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not done yet. It may seem over, but it's never over till it's over.
Well, I see a red chest.
Doesn't mean as much as I thought.
Let it be.
Oh,
Let it
it's
be the
the
red chest you-
Excalibur.
I think
So-
I think I found Excalibur around the Aegis Shield. I can't remember though. It was either Lava Dome or P Tower.
It was somewhere.
It was in a place. I promise you, it exists.
I hope so. Now I did everything in P Tower except Pazuzu.
He
Or
didn't have anything.
if it was in the tree, I exit after my 36 shards, so maybe it's there. Yeah. Well, we can ask the host, but I think it would take too long if I want to finish this.
Yeah, we can probably cut this one a bit early and
Alright.
just I guess set your first time at 1 hour flat, if that sounds good.
Oh yeah,
We're
what,
almost at that anyways.
what was my time? I don't even have my own timer up. I'm just going.
56-13.
Oh, nice.
GG.
Not including the trivia bonus, which I think we'll just add them all together, right? At
Yeah,
the
that'll
end?
be all the way at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
The suspense is killing me.
All right. So, with that being said, we are not done. It may seem like we're done. We're not. We have 2 more races. And so, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Mystic and more Quest. No Mythic. I'm going to say
No
it right.
Mythic.
No Mythic. But before that, we have a couple announcements.
I think so. I think I'm the one that's going to be saying them. Frost Hotel's 2023 prize submissions are open. Go to GamesDoneQuick.com for more info or use !prizes in Twitch chat to submit your prizes. Unapologetically Black and Fast is coming up February 11th through the 12th. Celebrate Black Excellence and Speedrunning coming up next month. Use !UBAF in Twitch chat for more info.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Corva May.
I'm Swoos, your other host.
In case you forgot how the game works, it's not enough to simply beat the game the fastest. Our runners are answering our trivia questions as they play, and the more questions they get right, the more seconds we take off their time. Headbanks is currently ahead by winning the first race and in trivia time. Will Farfelli be able to mount a comeback? The only way to find out is to think fast in 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't ask you if you all were ready, but I assumed.
Of course you are.
I was.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
this
right.
is a different
Yeah.
category. Explain the difference. Spot the difference.
So in this category, the boxes are still shuffled amongst the world, but our go mode is different. So in order to get the Sky Coin in this category, we have to defeat all 4 of the major bosses for each area and release their respective crystals. Once we do that, the Sky Coin will pop into our inventory, and then we can make a beeline for the final dungeon.
So it's not a boss rush this time, though.
I
'Cause you're-
think we have it set to standard dungeon as well, so it'll be the same standard dungeon you saw, the same final dungeon you see in the vanilla game.
We don't have the shortcut, the staircase we took in the previous race. We will have to take the road, the boat ride.
I believe so. So we'll need a few other items. We'll need a pirate captain, or a captain's cap, a few pieces of equipment such as the mega grenades and the dragon claw, and a sword. And I guess the Mobius crest and Thunder Rock. Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah. I'll believe you on that. I wouldn't know anything otherwise.
I don't know. I know nothing.
Just get the things that you need and then finish. I mean, it seems pretty easy, right?
I know. I love these little frogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The way they blow up and have little band-aids on their tummies.
It happens.
It's like me when I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, I just apply a band-aid to a random part of my body and hope it feels better.
Directly to the forehead?
Exactly. And if I have to like go save the city from like some sort of anime villain, then you put it on your nose,
sort of
right?
anime. Yeah.
It's like racing stripes, but for anime protagonists.
Racing bandages.
Racing bandages. Speaking of, there's
of
no
bandages.
way to segue out of this.
Speaking of anime,
Speaking of anime, there's one way to segue out of this. What Final Fantasy character has appeared the most in the series?
Cloud.
All right,
So,
so
just Sid.
quick. I should rephrase it. Which? It's not necessarily like an anime Final Fantasy character. It's like any persistent named character that is the same across appearances. This was
not
weird.
necessarily a playable character either.
Yeah.
Sid. But that's what Farflu said.
Or
not
It's
Sid.
not.
Biggs and Wedge.
Nope.
It's not like a monster like Moogles or anything, is it?
It could be,
The King.
but it is a named character. Yeah, I knew we'd stump him with one of them.
Yeah.
It took till the second race, but
That has gotten it.
Of course they have.
Chess too good.
That's
Chat's
really good.
too smart. Behemoth?
It is not Behemoth.
Bahamut?
Not Bahamut.
Chocobo?
It is not a Chocobo, because Chocobo is not a named character.
Right.
Reeds.
He is a... Well, there's a hint. He has appeared as, in multiple different roles throughout the series.
Trying to think of someone else that's not Sid.
That's not helping.
It's Ryu.
But this is not just main series, for reference.
I thought then if it's not main series and it's including spin-offs, then Cloud?
It is not Cloud. The problem with Cloud is that Cloud didn't exist for a while.
No.
Right.
Warrior of Light?
Well, the Warrior of Light, I think, is like... I think that's cheating. Also, in spin-offs, I don't think they appear as much. I'll read a paragraph. I'll read a sentence from their Final Fantasy wiki page.
Ooh.
Initially introduced as an antagonist in blank, this character has appeared in a number of other titles since, and has been added to remakes of earlier titles, becoming the most recurring singular character in Final Fantasy media. His role
Gilgamesh.
varies. Yes.
How could I forget about fighting like men and ladies and ladies who dress up like men?
10 seconds for Hevix. We got there.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of other characters that when you include spin-offs, then like, or like they're different versions of the same character. They're not all canonically the same appearance.
Right.
Because yeah, I would also guess Sid originally, to be honest.
I would say Cloud because I have no frame of reference.
Well, so if in the background there's clouds, and so
Oh, true. The named Cloud.
I just want to do a quick shout out to the Final Fantasy Wiki for having some of the best etymology sections I've ever seen in my life.
Are they like properly configured and everything?
I'm gonna read the etymology for Cloud's name from the Final Fantasy Wiki. All right. Let me get to it quickly. In meteorology, a cloud is an aerosol comprising of a visible mass of minute liquid droplets, frozen crystals, or particles suspended in the atmosphere above the surface of a planetary body. The names cloud and strife are English words referring to weather and difficulty, respectively.
Wow. Cool.
Devs really
It's
thought that one.
so good.
Do they really need to give me the background on what a cloud is, though? The character Cloud represents none of this, but is just conveniently named the same.
No, apparently it is actually relevant.
Oh.
Tetsuya Nomura has stated that Cloud's name contrasts with Zack Fair's and the idea of fair weather, and that Zack led a peaceful and happy life, while Cloud's has been full of turmoil.
Well, that's probably why it's called Strife.
Yeah, the cloud part I think is just because it sounds
Yeah.
neat, I guess.
Imagine just being named to have a tumultuous life.
And that's
I'm going to name you
determinism.
Strife. Your life will suck.
You passed the butter.
But what if you have like an ironic name though? It's like your name's Strife, but like everything's honestly been pretty chill. All right, so what are we looking for here? Is it mainly finding the bosses, or is it getting equipped?
So a lot of the dungeons require specific items to traverse their puzzles.
Okay.
I think right now we're looking for the proper equipment so we can actually complete dungeons to get to their bosses. So, like for instance, the ice pyramid, you need a claw weapon and explosives to traverse, and a sword to traverse all of its obstacles and get to the final boss.
This is a bit more Zelda-y, sort of.
In a way. And then once we have all of our weapons that we need for the overworld, it's go mode. I think the hardest one that we're going to be looking for here is the Dragon Claw, which gives you a grapple hook, essentially.
Is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Randomizer a Metroidvania?
Not really.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think it would be.
I just thought I'd throw the question out there. If anybody else has any more questions they want to throw out there, Spoos maybe.
Ooh, I do. What is the last single-player main series Final Fantasy game that allows the player to rename the main character?
I don't even know one Final Fantasy that's allowed that. But maybe Final Fantasy Tactics? Does it do that?
That is not considered a main series game.
Okay.
It has to be this will be a numbered title.
Final Fantasy IV?
Incorrect.
Final Fantasy
Actually, a letter
8?
title.
It is not 8.
5?
It is not 5.
Final Fantasy 6 then?
Not 6.
Final Fantasy X.
10 is correct. 10 seconds for Hemmings. Yeah, that was surprisingly late in the series.
Yeah, apparently they had
It is
to
not. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say they apparently had to do like a lot of script work to make sure no one said a name. They just said he, him, they,
Yeah,
that guy.
a lot of people in chat are saying 11 or 14. Those are not single-player games, so they are not valid for this question.
Imagine
I guess
if you couldn't
technically
rename
you could
yourself in
try,
14.
but that'd be funny. I'm also Cloud.
My name's
It's a
John in Final
reference to
Fantasy.
meteorology. Look it up.
My name is Cloud. That's a reference to my rough life.
That is a good point. Somebody in chat says that's why there's debates around the pronunciation of Tidus, because it's not spoken in the game because you can rename.
It's actually tedious. Because
That depends on how you feel about the Final Fantasy series, yes.
that's what the discussions about the pronunciation are.
Savage. think I finally got some momentum here.
Heck yeah.
Took long.
Rolling. I mean, actually, you could change the name of all the characters if you change the RAM. So,
True.
yeah,
Personally, I consider cheats cheating.
yeah. So if you use Cheat Engine, you can just change anything you want.
How do I become that good at coding where I can change the spoken dialogue?
Get
So
good.
have you ever seen a YouTube poop? It's
Yeah,
like that.
edit it yourself.
Edit it yourself. You just chop and skew all the audio.
Yep.
These slimes are so like immobile.
Yeah, but they squish and they make the little
Yeah, they
squish when they
squish.
die.
They turn into a jelly bean.
I'm getting like Neopets energy from them. I don't know why.
I gotta say, some of the sprite work in this game is like top notch. Like
It is pretty good.
monsters are great. And I think the transforming properties of them just makes it even better. I
Yeah.
think some of our favorites are like Bald Medusa. When you do enough damage to a Medusa animation, she loses her snake hair, and she's like rubbing her bald head. Like, where'd my hair go?
Say what you want about no matter how you feel about like Square Enix on the SNES, they sure did know how to make a game look good and sound good, and they still do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think anybody would love this game as much if it didn't look and sound the way it did, because let's be honest, there's not much here in terms of character development and story. Unless you're just really big into shrugs. And Ben's got you in spades.
I don't know. I mean, sure. I use the shrug emoji all the time, so this
Like
game
I
was
said,
made for me.
More than Pokemon.
That skeleton, also an icon. I like that you just like destroyed this like priceless fossil. It belongs in a museum.
The skull is still there. It's alright.
Found fire. That's usually alarming. Literally.
It is indeed hot.
I mean, if you were back in like 10,000 BC or something, that'd be pretty welcoming.
Speaking of hot, what is the only rock that floats in water? Any thoughts?
I
Question
want
is,
to say line. Go ahead.
do I know any rocks by their name? I guess it has to be something with calcium, but it's not the name of a rock. Volcanic rock, maybe.
It is a volcanic rock.
Yeah.
It's not calcite, is it?
It's not calcite. If I showed you a picture of it, there's a good chance to be like, oh. I remember learning about it in like second grade, at least.
Damn, just drag the runners.
No. I didn't remember about it until I wrote the question. I'm just saying I remembered learning about
Well, yeah,
it.
I knew this in second grade, so if you don't know it, then
Not all of us went
Yeah.
to Wizard Elementary where they taught you about magic floating rocks.
Oh, wait, that was just me? I thought that was part of the regular curriculum.
by the way,
And
this rock
it was-
floats.
It was part of alchemy.
I skipped that class.
That's fair.
It was an elective.
Quartz, not pyrite.
All right, do you want the first letter of it?
Sure.
First letter is P.
Pewter?
Not pewter.
That is an alloy.
I don't believe it was ever a Pokemon rock.
Harful, you got any guesses?
Oh yeah, I'm trying real hard. I don't think even in French I would know. So a rock name starting with P. I think I would have to pass.
Phosphorus?
It is not phosphorus. The answer is... I almost clicked hide question instead of show the answer. Pumice.
Pumice.
If you've ever seen it, it looks like it has a bunch of holes in it, and that's why it works. It has air pockets in it. So if you actually end up filling those air pockets with water, it will no longer float.
That makes sense.
I've only seen them at beauty salons.
Yeah.
I didn't know they floated. I got my first crystal Farfalla. I'm probably way behind you right now.
I'm not so sure. Well, I don't have any, but I'm probably going for a harder one first.
That's fair. I went for the easy baby mode crystal just to get it out of the way.
So the little pots, are those all useless? I noticed y'all been skipping.
So the brown chests contain consumable items, and which would be stuff like potions, heal potions that cure your status ailments, and refreshers, which restore your stats that get reduced in battle. The first three I rattled off are completely useless normally. They are garbage. The heal potions don't heal you for a lot. I mean, the heal potions restore like your status, but you can just fix that out of battle. Cure potions don't cure you for a lot, and refreshers almost never come up situationally. The only consumable we really care about looks like a carrot. It's called a seed. It restores all your magic charges when used. However, they're incredibly rare, and it's kind of a waste of time to check those brown boxes for them.
You can't get bombs from them?
You can also get explosives and ammunition for your partners, so like Phoebe's arrows or Tristan's ninja stars. But again, they always start off with 99 ammunition when you swap to them, so that's almost like a dead check that wastes precious seconds.
Understandable.
Oh, no. Not the seconds.
Think of the seconds.
I like your sarcasm there, Spoos, but this is a speedrun show.
Okay, well, you know what's more important than a couple of seconds in your
Trivia?
speedrun? A lot more seconds from trivia.
All right. Hit us.
Yeah, I can segue. The cutscenes at the end of the Limit Cut episode of Kingdom Hearts 3's Remind DLC references what Final Fantasy game? Good luck.
I do this.
At
This
least
is medium, apparently.
we don't have to find some obscure rock name. We can guess a number. I would go with Final Fantasy VII because it's popular.
It is not 7.
It is not 7.
Do you mind repeating the question for me really quick?
The cutscenes at the end of the Limit Cut episode of Kingdom Hearts 3's Remind DLC references what Final Fantasy game? This is easy if you know Kingdom Hearts, I guess.
It's not. Honestly, it's still not. I should have made this harder.
Medium.
I warned everyone. I was like, we don't know how to make how difficult things are.
We need a disclaimer at the top of every episode.
Final Fantasy VIII?
It's not 8.
The chat's getting it. It's medium.
One person got it.
No, some people
Therefore-
have essentially gotten it.
Is it a
of
numbered
course.
Final Fantasy title?
Sort of.
That doesn't help. If you get the number, I'll give it to you.
Is
Final
it Final
Fantasy
Fantasy 10-2?
It is
It's
not
not.
10-2.
10.
It's not 10.
It is a game that was never released. Sort
Oh,
of.
great.
Oh, 13 versus...
That is correct. 10 seconds for Hevinks. The cutscenes after the Azora fights are direct references to the 2011 Versus 13 trailer. Katsuya Nomura was the director on both projects. 13 Versus what eventually became 15.
Who knows this?
Huh?
Who knows this?
I just watched those cutscenes again, so I know this.
I knew it
that's
with
fair.
context. Without
Right.
context,
Yeah.
I'm lost. Like, which post-credit Kingdom Hearts DLC thing?
Reading the question was hard.
It is like it's actually not that hard of a question if you're aware of projects that Nomura has worked on and which ones he is clearly bitter about, but also that's very niche.
Yeah.
Cancel my game? I'm just going to make references to it everywhere.
Kinda.
I mean, yeah.
You'll
I mean,
never
there's a
take
reason
away-
why, like, there's an entire Kingdom Hearts game where it's just like, what if we just put all of the world ends with you in it?
You'll never take away Nomura's babies.
Yeah, there's a scene where they're like riding in a car, and it is like shot for shot exactly the same, but with different characters.
Huh.
No, it's kind of neat.
Doesn't Yozora also look astonishingly like what Noctis's first draft looked like?
They're pretty similar.
I mean, reuse what you already got.
What's Yozora? Wait, no, it's 2. Yozora's Ryu number
Yeah.
is 2, because Sora. Yep.
Sora.
I didn't think that one through. What's Balan? What's Balan Wonderworld's name?
We don't talk about Balan Wonderworld.
What's Battle Wonderworld's Ryu number?
That's what I'm wondering. It might not.
It might
might
not have
not-
it if it wasn't in a game with anyone else.
Was Balan in a game with anything else?
With
I
how,
hope not.
with how recent it is and with everything surrounding that IP right now,
There's a DV in our gallery of crossovers.
I don't think
I
that counts.
don't think that works.
Yeah, probably. Probably not. They probably just doesn't have one.
You know? Good. Well, Balan kind of looks like Cappy from Mario, who's in Smash with Ryu. So,
That's true.
by association, 1.
I believe the scientific term is close enough.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia article for Balan Wonderworld says, and I quote, "The aesthetic was based on musical theater, and Naka studied the hero's journey when creating the story draft." I like that, just being like, I really looked at this wheel a lot.
That's what the Final Fantasy musical became.
Knight's Ryu number is probably 2, because Sonic Adventure 2 has that Knight's pinball machine. Or is it DX Director's
There's
Cut?
got to be a less obscure reference than that.
One of the two. Yeah, but that's what I can do off the top of my head. And then,
Right.
then you have Super Smash Brothers Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch.
I'm genuinely surprised they didn't make Knights a trophy or something.
Knights is probably a spirit.
I think he is actually a spirit.
I think everybody's a spirit.
In that case, it's 1.
Yeah, I don't really think that counts. I would consider it would need to be like a playable character, or at least like a NPC. Spirits are kind of just like images.
Are you trying
y'all
to say
remember-
Hal Emmerich isn't a quintessential part of Smash? Or
I
Metal
think so.
I'm sorry for any
Look,
fans.
Hal made some of those games. Like, come on.
Yeah. I actually
Remember we
don't know
asked
if
questions
Knights
about
is a spirit.
airships before? We weren't sure about the answers. 100%.
Yeah.
Like the first question we asked, we're a little bit more confident on this one. What are the names of the airships in Final Fantasy X and X-2? There are 2 different names, and they are related.
Trying to think of Albed words now. And I don't know if they named them Albed names.
Could be in
They are
letters.
So
Well, I guess it would be a pink letter if it was Albert. I'll go with airship because there's one guy named Brother because he's the brother of the other pod. So they probably could name an airship just airship.
it is not airship. They are both like actual. They're technically both actual proper nouns.
Yeah, they're both things that exist in the real world.
Yeah.
Is one of them Falcon?
It is not Falcon. That'd be cool though.
Maybe speed or lightning.
No.
Now lightning is from 13.
They're also not really like airship terms. Like, I guess.
There's like a degree of separation. They're not like obvious ship names, you know?
Yeah.
I almost said Flutter, but that's Mega Man Legends. That's not even close.
Oh, it's an airboat emote now. That's new.
This is close to an airboat.
It is.
Except, like, not really. Airboats don't fly.
I mean, they can if you go off like a ramp and you get some good
True.
get some good speed there.
True.
They are both scientific terms.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Airfoil?
It's not the airfoil. Their air is not part of it, but that's gonna be a confusing hint. I'm not gonna say that.
But I don't know.
Yeah, this like it's hard to give a hint for this that isn't that's like really obvious.
I mean, you already gave it hint indirectly.
But sure, I did say they're both scientific terms.
All right, you gave another hint.
I
I
said
think
that
you
already.
missed. I think
One
you
of them
missed
is
your own hint.
arguably more scientific than the other.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Any thoughts?
my internal thoughts are filled with Final Fantasy X dialogue right now, and I cannot for the life of me hear Sid yelling that name at all.
They are both named after people, but that is not really why they're named that way. Someday I'll give a hint that isn't confusing.
Mothership?
It is not. They're both scales of measurement.
And like May said before, there's definitely a degree of separation between, like official terms and what this is.
Graham?
Apparently it is never said in the game, according to chat. I did not know that.
That's why I can't recall it.
Yeah, that would make it harder to recall it from voices.
I'm just... Kelvin?
All right.
Go on.
Oh, wait, is one of them literally called the Celsius?
That is the one from 10-2, I believe.
What's the other one?
What's the other
Fahrenheit?
one? That is right.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
10 seconds for Hevix.
The made-up
We got
North
there.
American temperature.
Eventually.
Oh, hello, Baldusa. Bye, Baldusa.
Look, it's not about. It's about the. It's about the destination, not the. No, the other way. It's about the journey, not the wait. We're moving on.
For us, it's about the destination than the journey. The journey is pretty rocky.
It's a little rough.
Speaking of rocks,
Oh,
what is the difference between a stalagmite and a stalactite?
The stalagmites go up, the stalactites go down.
That's right. 10 seconds for Farfellow.
It's funny 'cause-
Stalagmites grow from the ground. Stalactites grow from the roof.
Yeah, it's funny because in French we have a pretty easy trick to remember because in stalagmite you have M and to go up in French is monter. So it starts with M and the same tricks apply to go down. You can say tomber, which starts with a T. So at least I could remember this one.
I know in English, stalagmite has a G, which means it comes from the ground. Stalactite has a C, which means it comes from the ceiling.
Oh, well.
tight hangs tight. Thank you, Richard.
True.
There's so many mnemonics for remembering tight from might.
A stalagmite might hang from the ceiling, but it doesn't. I like that one.
That was really good.
Not wrong. Yeah, stalactites do need to hold on tight to the ceiling or else they'll fall.
Mites are bugs, and they're commonly on the ground.
Right. But they could be on the ceiling, but they're not. Sorry, they might be on the ceiling.
Stalactites have a C, which is short for cave roof.
Right.
It could not be short for cave ground, obviously. Don't even think about
No,
that.
stalagmite has lag in it, and where do you lag? Through the ground. So
it's all hat and tie. It always comes back.
Cursed ISPs.
it all comes back.
Well, how are we looking in terms of our progress here in this seed?
I have completed 2 crystals. What about you, Farflu?
Completed 3. I'm in go mode, but I would say like the game before, it's a go mode which I'm not really confident because I'm still missing pretty important pieces of equipment. But I would go anyway for Doom Castle after I find my last crystal, which will open the Sky Point barrier.
Sounds like I need to pick up the pace.
You gotta speed up.
Yeah, you gotta go fast.
I gotta hit my turbo button.
Yeah. Wait.
That's fine by me. I'm pro turbo.
I'm not sure it would help in Mystic Quest because you just hold A and you menu pretty quick.
Yeah, with all the dialogue removed, it definitely seems less important.
Just a bit.
That's good.
Although, the little Easter egg for anybody interested in running this, some of the dialogue has been changed in the randomizer for humor's sake. So if you do
it's
plan
not.
yeah, it's not the same.
Well, I was wondering if it was for to give hints.
Oh no, Ruben just comes up, like one of your partners that you can pick up comes up with a random disease every time you run a seed to try to talk his way out of not joining you, and then eventually acquiesces and joins you anyways. Like I think he references bonitis and some other.
That's my only regret.
I'm suffering from bonitis.
Right.
They're pretty cool, but
Bonitis is acting up. I can't go.
for speed purpose, I don't think we'll show them, but they're pretty cool. My favorite is the CB2 one, because she's just too strong and she always carried the runner. She said something like, do you want to become my assistant and let's beat the evil king, something like that.
Yeah, how she's the real hero of the game. I mean, to her credit, she is.
Yeah, definitely.
We're just here as backup.
Honestly, if someone came up to me and was like, I need you to go on this massive quest across the entire world, and it's gonna be extremely dangerous, and you're probably gonna get petrified a bunch, I would also probably be like, oh, the sickness, I can't. I gotta go.
Sorry. I hear someone calling for me. I gotta go. Bye.
get my third crystal, but I can make a pretty quick trip to the fourth.
Yeah, my first was Dome. It was pretty slow and dangerous because it was my first, but in terms of routing, it was, I think it was a better route, but with tougher boss.
As soon as I got explosives, I beelined it for Dome. I mean, not Dome, Bone Dungeon.
Bonitis?
Bonitis indeed.
That's where you find the cure.
Finally.
The
After
cure
all
for
this time.
bonitis.
The cure for bonitis.
You know what won't cause bonitis?
This next question. Wow, we're so good at this.
Go ahead.
At a 9.5 on the Richter scale, what was the I'm starting over. At a 9.5 on the Richter scale, where was the strongest earthquake ever recorded?
This is going to be a country. Or region.
The first thing I
California?
said would have been easier because the answer would have been an earthquake.
I would guess, well, you said country was okay, so I would guess the US.
It's not the
Not
US.
the US.
Japan?
No.
Oh, is this another Indonesia question?
It is
It's
not
not.
Indonesia this time.
With my guess.
That would be fun though if we just had a sick callback.
It's because of all those volcanoes.
New Zealand?
It's not
It's
New
not.
Zealand.
You're in the right hemisphere. One of the hemispheres.
Great.
So we learned last time that there's 4 hemispheres, which people still don't believe.
There's multiple. You could technically have infinite hemispheres.
That's true. This earthquake happened in 1960.
So far,
And it
no one
lasted
has
about
gotten.
10 minutes.
Nobody has gotten the continent right.
It's true.
Thanks.
There's your big hand.
It helps us a lot. It helps us a lot. I would guess New Zealand.
It's not New Zealand.
Is it Zanzibar?
It's not.
I'm trying to think, is that the right continent?
Norway.
No.
Australia?
Nope. I believe we've still not hit the right continent.
I don't think so. There's only so many more.
We gave so many. Russia. Has it been said? I don't think so.
It is
Not
not
Russia.
Russia.
India?
No.
Nope. It is in South America. The only continent I believe we have not said yet.
Well, they didn't say Antarctica.
That's true. That's true. That's on me.
I was literally thinking Antarctica for a second. I was like,
It
it's just
is-
something
it is South
registered out
America.
there.
There's only so many countries in South America.
Chile? Is that how you pronounce it first?
That is
Chile?
correct.
It is. Chile, whichever. That is right. That'll be 20 seconds to our fellow. Tsunamis caused by this earthquake hit Australia, Hawaii, and even parts of Alaska and killed anywhere from 1,000 to 6,000 people. Which,
Well, that's not as fun of a fact.
it's not, but it probably could have been worse.
I guess
I mean, for a 9.5, that's
it
pretty
is
rough.
really high.
The San Diego one was like not that high. Yep.
Thanks.
I don't know what it was. I'm trying to find it.
Fun fact about earthquakes in Mystic Quest: Quake is the worst spell in the game. It's hot garbage. None of us use it at all.
The opposite of Pokemon.
Okay, the famous 1906 San Francisco earthquake was only 7.9, and because of how the Richter scale works,
Another related Mystic Quest I can see is the only place the art shakes in Mystic Quest is the volcano area, so maybe it is connected after all.
Where was for 10 seconds, what was the highest recorded earthquake in Mystic Quest?
The explosion of volcano.
Whoa,
That's
it all
correct.
ties back. Yeah, so the Richter scale is logarithmic. So the one that hit San Francisco was a 7.9. Therefore, the 9.51 was probably about like 150 times stronger, maybe even more. So
Good lord.
that's a lot, yeah.
I couldn't
That's a lot of quake.
Yeah, because like a 0 to a 1 would be 10 times stronger, and a 1 to a 2 is another 10 times, so on, so on. So, yeah. It's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Sorry to hear that.
All the puzzle and all the dungeon in the intended way.
Oh man, yeah, they're gonna see us fumble through. Well, not fumble, with all the tournament practice we've had with this. Cruise through the dungeons, more like it.
I hate doing things the intended way.
Unfortunately, unless you're doing like a super glitched percent, I think you have to play the game normally. And even with the glitch
Ugh.
category, you have to play the game pretty normally. You only get to skip one area. We have a lot of people who came over from the 80% category in Mystic Quest, and they're like, wait, I have to touch Fireberg? And it's like, yes, you have to go to that place. There are things there in the randomizer.
Touch fire.
That would be my guess. I gotta say, I don't feel like they were given it, the localization team was giving it their all with the location names in this one.
What do you mean? Finding the fire crystal in the Fireberg area and the wind crystal in the
Whoa.
windy area?
Well, when you put it like that, you're right. What was I thinking?
What's in the bone area?
Earth crystal.
Ah. See?
Doesn't really matter what I'm thinking, though. I'm more curious what all of you are thinking about this next question. Nailed it.
Oh.
What is the only main series Final Fantasy game where the number of playable characters is the same as its title number?
Or
It is not 4.
Final Fantasy 6?
It is not 6.
Final Fantasy 5.
There you go.
I forgot Cryol existed for a second.
20 seconds for He-Banks. It better... People in that chat are saying 8. It better not actually be 8.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
mad. Okay, chat's backing down from 8. Good.
I think
Good.
Backing down.
I think it might actually be more than 8 with like some of the characters you get temporarily.
According to this page, playable characters in 8, there are 11 of them. I don't know if I can trust this page, but
I haven't played 5, so Cryol is a Final Fantasy 14 character to me.
what if you create 14 characters in 14?
I thought about that actually when I was when I was writing the question, though. I don't remember how many you can have in 14. I think you can buy more slots, but I don't really remember how it works. Because I don't know why you would. I got my 1. I don't need more characters in that game.
You can make 8 characters per data center in 14. So you can make 14.
That's like multiple data centers, though. Might as well be multiple saves. Like, that's like,
Yeah.
well, if you play Final Fantasy 5 twice, then it's actually 10.
Yeah, and I'll play through the
Yeah,
MSQ
well-
on all 14 of them.
Oh,
I'll see you in 10 years.
that sounds like misery. I mean, I guess they made it better, but
Even
I've got a
skipping
14
cutscenes.
question if people are ready for that.
Sure.
I got
I would
two
never-
14 questions. Let's do this one. No, not this one. I had it up, and then my
Yeah.
co-host moved away from it.
Yeah. I'll find
Bring
it.
it back, bring
This
it back, bring it back. All right. What are the 3 grand companies in Final Fantasy XIV?
Immortal Flames, the Serpents, and the Maelstrom.
The Maelstrom and the Immortal Flames are correct. The third one is not the Serpents.
I've never played this one. Sorry, guys.
That makes it harder.
Yeah.
It's Gridania,
It's-
this Grin Company icon.
It's in the right vein of Serpent.
Not the Wood Whalers, that's the guards. Twin Adders.
There you
I
go.
had to say twin out loud.
20 seconds for Hevix. Well, depending on what patch you're currently playing on, there could be a fourth. I don't even remember. Oh, what is it? The Crystal
Crystal Braves.
Braves. All I could think of was the Crystal Rogues. I'm like, I know that's
Crystal
wrong.
Chronicles. What's today's theme?
And just say Final Fantasy and something crystals, and you got most of the plot down. You're fine.
Now, what's
right.
what's the best one? And why is it the Maelstrom?
Sorry, I thought I heard a wrong opinion there for a second.
Ooh.
I have never had a wrong opinion.
What's the,
Ray, can we get a poll up in chat?
What's the etymology for the Maelstrom?
Let's find out.
Is it related to cloud at all?
Immortal Flames for life.
I gotta find
They're both weather phenomena, so
the right wiki here.
I just say Immortal Flames because their gear looks the coolest to me.
Etymology: a maelstrom is a powerful whirlpool, a large swirling body of water. Thanks, Final Fantasy Wiki.
yep. Speaking of flames, what energy source do a majority of Icelandic homes use for heat?
Geothermal.
That is correct. That'll be 20 more seconds for Ebbings. I think like 60-something% of homes use it. And the rest use like wind or hydro. Iceland is good at using renewable energy. Good for them.
I've looked into it a little bit. It sounds super cool, but I'm not ready to spend all that money replacing my entire HVAC system in my house.
I got really distracted by the extremely fair and unbiased poll going on in the chat.
You gotta read the results to me. Who's in the lead? Who in
So
chat's
currently in
opinion?
the lead is This Is Clearly Rigged with 28 votes. In second place is the Maelstrom with 13. In third place is the Pirates with 4. And in fourth place is the one in Limsa Laminsa with 2.
How dare?
I don't know which one to vote for. I don't know which one's the best.
It sounds like the person who made that poll might have a little bias towards the Maelstrom.
I'm just saying, of the 3 people currently involved in the hosting and production of the show, 2 are big Maelstrom enjoyers, and Swoos is also here. So
And I'm the other one, so
Swoos doesn't play the game. So
I know someone that plays the game, so
what is their favorite?
I don't know.
Find out and get back to us.
I'll work on it.
Thank you. While we're waiting, what are the 2 Final Fantasy titles published in Japan under Square, but published in North America after the merger with Enix, and thus under Square Enix?
The first Final Fantasy?
No, this is way later.
What is it 11 and 12?
It is neither of those. These do not have to be mainline games.
Tactics and Tactics Advanced?
Tactics Advance is one of them. But the other game would have come out around the same time as Tactics Advance. This is very much a timing-based question.
Crystal Chronicle?
It is not Crystal Chronicles. Also, is time coming up for you? Parkaloo,
What?
is time coming up for you?
No, not yet.
Okay. I remember seeing this guy.
Yeah, I still
I
have.
remember seeing him like this.
Big spider.
Yeah, I'm trying to play a video game. I got trouble. I have to start the fight again.
I have received word about the favorite Grant company, and it is Maelstrom.
That is de facto yours now. We're 3 for 0. 100% Maelstrom.
Pressing X to doubt here. Is it the 1 and 2 remake on the Advanced?
It is not.
Sorry, I got really distracted. You have to repeat the question.
So, as a reminder, the question here is, what are the 2 Final Fantasy titles published in Japan under Square, but published in North America after the merger with Enix, and thus under Square Enix? The first one being Tactics Advance, and the second one being...
Final Fantasy V?
Nope.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Nope. Later.
Final Fantasy
number.
9?
No.
Final Fantasy X.
No.
You said it wasn't a main title game, right?
Doesn't have to be,
Okay.
Ooh.
but it could be.
I'm trying to think what year that merger happened.
The merger occurred in April 2003.
Final Fantasy X-2?
10-2 is the other one.
Nice.
That'll be 15 more seconds for Hemix.
You ever flash back to a moment in your life trying to remember something and you go, man, I'm old.
All the time.
You start to say, oh, I remember when that happened, and then your voice comes out, I remember when that happened.
I
Back
remember
in
it
my
like
day.
it was yesterday.
I was just talking today, and I realized that Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out 15 years ago, so
Wow.
yeah.
I guess
Almost.
It feels
Almost
like
15.
more than 2 of them should have come out in 15 years, though.
Yeah, I mean, from
Especially
Brawl to
like,
4, it was 6.5 years. From 4 to Ultimate, it was 4 years. And
Yeah.
now it's been a little over 4 years from Ultimate to now.
4 to Ultimate feels like such a short period of time, right?
Yeah, because Wii
Relatively
U.
speaking. But then like also, Ultimate still feels kind of new to me.
Right. Yeah, it's already 4 years old. The time from Ultimate to now is longer than the time from 4 to Ultimate. As of like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Melee is what, 22 years old?
Melee will be 22, I think, at the end of this year.
Okay. Melee can drink in the
And
United States.
today is the birthday of Smash 64 in Japan. It
Happy
is
birthday, Smash 64 in Japan.
24 years old.
Oh, no.
So,
So is our large spider boy here? Is that the final?
Yes, this is the final boss, and I have a feeling Farfalu did the same thing as me. Did you rush the final boss without life?
Absolutely. You know me well.
So if the main character Phoebe, if she goes down, it's basically a wipe because we don't have a means to resurrect her.
Yeah, but Darking is pretty slow. I've been too aggressive the first try. I think it shouldn't be too hard.
What phase are you on?
3 for the third or fourth
I
time.
just rolled into spider phase as well, so we are very close together.
y'all are definitely looking pretty synced. Almost down to the bow ammo.
So Is the boss always the same at the end here, or is it also randomized a bit?
So the Dark King is always the same. There's even a mode available in the randomizer where you don't do any of the refights. You just rush straight to the Dark King on his crown. And for anybody thinking about running the Chaos Enemy Shuffle option, the Dark King can duplicate himself.
That's a lot of Dark Kings.
It is.
That seems like a lot.
We had someone recently rolled 200% stats last night, and the Dark King duplicated himself in the first phase. We kind of ruled that seed incompletable for sanity reasons.
Understandable.
Life. But yeah, you get some
Forbidden seed.
Yeah, you get some funny graphical effects if he transforms while in his spider phases. So part of his body transforms into mountain ranges. He then turns into pixels and scatters himself all the way across the screen. It's a good time.
I do like that he does just throw webs at you when he's in spider form.
He also has spider babies he'll mess you up with.
That's fun.
Problem is the one web confuse Phoebe and the other can petrify her. If I could, I would definitely give her my Aegis Shield and Locket, so she would be immune to this, but Final Fantasy Mystic Quest does not work like this.
Yeah, all your partners come with preset equipment, resistances, and spells, and you can't swap around anything for them. You just have to buckle up with what they got and hope for the best. And if anybody's familiar with the vanilla version of this game, you'll know that usually you can cure the Dark King and it underflows his health and just kills him in 2 turns. That's not possible in the randomizer. That has been patched out. So which is why neither Farfelu or myself are doing that. It's not because we have some honor code going on. We would be doing it if we could. It's just we can't.
And so it was pretty different the last seed, right?
Time. The last seed we had better equipment and we had life. And we also time. We also had his moves shuffled. So this time we got to see the full suite of what moves he normally comes standard with, and they hurt and they suck and they're not fun.
So we have the best enemy with the pretty much the best move.
I gotta say, y'all were like, yeah, we got 2 seeds that will probably be about an hour, and you weren't kidding.
Yeah, definitely great timing.
We know these settings. We've played.
Yeah.
We actually have a weekly seed race in the Discord for our community. And one of our community people, they generate a seed, they put it in a self-timed race channel, and you go in and you time yourself and you post it. It's all for fun, but you see some wild settings in those weekly seeds. So we're kind of versed in the chaos. Like, if there's any Final Fantasy 1 stands who are thinking about joining the Mystic Quest community, please, we might not have a final boss named Chaos, but Chaos is very much built into the randomizer. He's here in spirit.
It's kind of like how a lot of roguelikes will have the daily challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
That's, I think, my favorite part of randomizers is what makes roguelikes so special is what gives randomizers kind of their breadth of replayability. It's like you come in and it's different every time, and you know what to expect for certain things, but it's shuffled in a way that makes it interesting because at the core, hopefully, there's a good game there. I don't know if anybody's made a randomizer out of a bad game yet. If they have, please put it on Awful Block. I'd love to watch it.
Yeah,
I'll take a look.
Hold my drink.
What are we getting? Game Boy Color Animorphs randomizer.
Ooh.
You challenge the community like that, someone will do it.
This is a challenge to all of you watching. I want to see all as many randomizers as we can make.
Oh boy, there are a lot of randomizers.
There's got to be
the problem I would worry.
Those, right?
There is.
I would be worried about what if you accidentally made the game good.
Ooh.
Even better. You take unplayable garbage and turn it into something fun, and that's magic.
We added a bunch of quality of life stuff, and now the game's actually playable. Oops.
Pretty big marking. Should be done soon. Oh, there we go. Time.
Nice.
GG's.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got wiped at least 5 times, I think.
It happens.
Yeah, taking out our king without life is spooky. None of us like to do it, but if we're racing each other, it's like, well, you gotta go for it.
Right.
It's there.
No, this is not a best 2 out of 3. That's not how we operate around here. This is a cumulative time challenge, I suppose. So it is not over yet. There's still one more round and one more seed. But before that, we do have a few announcements.
If you want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to, use exclamation point links in Twitch chat for all things GDQ. Your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared in the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick with AGDQ 2023 costs, including hotel cancellation costs. Please consider subscribing to help support Games Done Quick.
We'll be right back with our final seed of the day. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Corvin May.
And I'm Swoos, also your host.
In case you forgot how the game works, it's not enough to simply beat the game the fastest. Our runners are answering our trivia questions as they play, and the more questions they get right, the more seconds we take off their time. The format of this one's been a little spicy, but I'll let you need to know that Habinks has won the first 2 races and is ahead in trivia time, but that does not mean it's over, as we're just going to add all those times together at the end, so it's still anyone's race. Are you all ready to think fast?
Of course.
Maybe.
Good enough. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
Oh, the best
That's
overflow
so.
music.
This is, again, slightly different than the other 2 we've done. So if you want to explain what makes it different.
Well, first off, we got a God Seed here. So we're starting off with Exit, which is the spell of the game. This spell works a lot like Warp and Teleport and Exit and other Final Fantasies, where you can just nope out of dungeons. You just be like, nope, I'm leaving. Deuces.
Oh, it's dig.
Yep. But in this one, we're doing another Skycoin hunt. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm confused. We are starting with the Skycoin in our pocket this time. We don't have to look for it. We've already found it. Now we just need everything else we need to get to the final dungeon.
Hi, Tristan.
And unlike our last 2 seeds, the items are not shuffled. Everything here is going to be in their vanilla location. But the contents of those boxes have been shuffled. So while the key item locations are the same, the items in those boxes have been mixed around.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
So this is our knowledge check, and generally what we suggest for first-time players of the game who are familiar with the vanilla game, just because if you've played through the vanilla game enough, you know where the red boxes are. You should. And so it's a really easy way to get new players in and familiarize himself with how things operate. Brown box shuffles are really a test of knowledge because the brown box locations are obscure. They hide stuff behind hidden walls and other locations you don't even normally have to go to.
So it's kind of more of a true randomizer then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I think more games just have enemies just chilling, dancing on the overworld.
Right? These guys are out here living their best lives until I bump into
It's
them.
true. Well,
You gotta change your stat. You should have done that in the break. Just to improve your not running randomly into enemies stat. We talked about this.
Well, if I run into them, their day's ruined and they're no longer dancing. Oh, God.
Aw.
oh, Tristram just got dunked on.
Yeah, speaking of ruining days, this is why I saved before I took this fight. We also have the enemy move randomizer turned on. So while everything's supposed to be in its vanilla quote-unquote locations, enemy bosses and trash mobs are going to have something crazy up their sleeves every time.
Ooh.
Y'all ready for some trivia? The thing we do on the show?
Wait.
I guess.
Arguably. I mean, today we've kind of been largely talking about Ryu numbers and whatever we got distracted about at the end of the last one. I don't even remember.
It's trivia to a point.
What are the 4 most abundant elements in the Earth's crust?
In order.
Not in order.
I'll make you do this in order.
Carbon is not one of them.
Nitrogen.
Also not one of them. Any other elemental thoughts?
Sulfur.
No.
Nope. Iron is one of them.
Oxygen.
That's another. 2 remain.
One is a metal. One is not a metal.
Hydrogen is not one of them.
Already said. I almost said the same thing twice.
Oxygen, but like for real this time.
No, I was going to say phosphorus, but for real this time.
Oh, oxygen too.
Whoa. I mean, isn't that oxygen?
O2.
Yeah, O2.
Yes. All right. One is very common. Well, I mean, they're both heavily abundant, but one is common in the everyday life. The other one is also common in your everyday life, but like you don't really think about it as much.
Speak for yourself. I think about both of these elements every waking moment.
I'm
Chloride?
required to think about one of these.
Yeah.
No. It's not chlorine.
Oh. What am I thinking of?
Water, fire, air, and ground. Earth. Sorry.
Ground. Electric. Flying.
Dark.
Steel.
One of
Any
them
other ideas?
you might be using right now.
You objectively are using one of them right now.
Iron.
Probably both, honestly, but
Yeah,
one more so than the other.
We already have iron and oxygen on the table, right?
that's
Correct.
correct.
No nitrogen.
Nope.
Farflu, you said
Human
carbon,
element.
right?
Take your shot.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah, Farflu already
It's
said
not carbon.
It's not carbon. One is a metal, one is a one is a non-metal. Or no, sorry, one is a metalloid. One is a metal. If you remember what a metalloid is, because I really don't.
I'm like struggling to remember.
Think of a metal that is absolutely critical to allow everything that's happening right now to happen.
Copper.
That would be another one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, that is a good answer. Yeah. At a more like meta level.
We don't have. So we don't have some choice.
So
Please.
there's the periodic table.
Yeah, please don't say that.
We already showed before there's 118 options. So we've removed 2.
Cobalt.
Not
No.
cobalt.
No, that's like a
It
super rare one.
is
Silver.
it is an element that goes in your computer.
Gold.
It's not gold.
Silicon.
Yeah,
There you go.
And the last one, it is very good if you are having leftovers tomorrow.
Or flying.
True.
Radion.
Nothing. No.
My brain went to the microwave when you said leftovers, and I was like,
Yeah, I can think of link with leftover.
Electrum's.
All right.
I was like,
Electrum
Electrum's
is an
not
alloy.
real.
Yeah. Answer is aluminum or aluminium.
Oh.
Yeah, which is also probably in your computer, but silicon's more popular. So that'll be, let's do 10 to Hebbings.
So gracious. Yeah, no, I was thinking of the microwave still when you mentioned leftovers. I was like, I don't think aluminum would be great in a microwave.
Aluminum foil.
It'll give you that extra spark you need for that lunch.
Yeah, do not put it in the microwave.
Please don't.
Please.
And a house. Have you?
If you learn one thing from Think Fast, it is to not put aluminum in your microwave. Thank you. What's the fifth most abundant element? I don't know that one, but it's probably like hydrogen.
Argon?
Ah, fire. The fifth one is calcium, actually, which makes sense because rocks exist. Yeah.
Dinosaur teeth.
Oh yeah, no, it's given us all the great tracks. Like that's the Firebird band theme for the overworld. We've got the battle theme here. If Final Fantasy Mystic Quest ever gets brought in some way reference-wise to 14, I hope it's the music at least. And then we have chill boss music.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little gritty.
Damn.
Well, I think that, yeah, I think like an isotope of, I don't know, it's up there.
Something chemistry.
We have a related question coming up later, don't worry.
Pretty nicely so far. I think right now we're just on the hunt for items. And we have pretty early access to the true version of the hero of this game. We just need to swap her out with someone else, and then we could go get her whenever we really want, given this layout. This is actually one of the tougher things to deal with in the randomizer is when you have all three coins that give you access to the entire map. Then you have, I don't know if anybody here suffers from decision paralysis.
Yeah, I would never.
Some of you might be in this comment and you might not like it, but yeah, having three of these coins means that you have to make decisions on what the optimal route is right now. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. Probably, I think me and Farflu are going wildly different directions, doing different stuff right now, trying to figure out the best way to get the items we need.
Oh. In
I was muted that whole time. I'm so good at presenting.
Nice. In 1989, the original Final Fantasy was released on what home computer popular in Japan?
A family disk system?
No. More obscure.
The Amiga?
No. Arguably more obscure.
Farflu, you got any guesses?
Well, too obscure for me.
Commodore 64?
No. The Commodore I don't think was ever really took off in Japan, I don't believe.
All I heard was obscure, so I'm going with those references.
It is the same platform as the original Metal Gear.
Castlevania's on this too, and I love watching speedruns of that one. What's the computer called?
The catch. It has a Japanese name. We cannot know it.
It is not a Japanese name. It is an acronym. I don't know if it's technically an acronym. It probably is, but it's 3 letters.
Yeah.
The meaning of the acronym remains a matter of debate. Thanks, Wikipedia.
Great.
The 3 letters?
Just 3 letters.
Like me, but
FX
before.
It's not the FX something.
That's the chip that's in the SNES.
It is.
That's the Super FX.
Yeah. The original FX was in the NES. This is not true.
All right, the answer is the MSX2.
I knew there was an X somewhere.
Yeah, there are a good number of Japanese developers that got started on the MSX. It was a joint project between Microsoft and the ASCII Corporation. 80s home computers are like so neat because they're all like so different.
Unix is a weird language.
MSX has some wild ports. There's an MSX port of the original Super Mario Bros. That is absolutely terrible. It's incredible
Yeah.
because it can't do scrolling.
Yeah, so all the sections of the level like load in one screen at a time.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you
It
get
also
to the
has
end of the
major
screen. and it
slowdown
just-
issues.
Yeah. Don't play it.
It's not very good. I've considered I've wanted to run it before. I think that'd be fun.
Don't those versions have good music though? Like good sound quality?
I believe it is the same as the regular music, but it has slowdown issues, so no.
Oh no.
How many floppy disks did FF1 take? I don't know.
Data limitations? Maybe like 2. Because it all fit on one disk for the family disk system, didn't it?
No idea.
Let's see. The MSX2 version, at least on floppy diskette, the MSX2 version has almost 3 times as much storage space compared to the Famicom. 720 kilobytes versus 256 kilobytes, but suffers from a variety of problems not present in Nintendo's cartridge media, including noticeable loading times. So I guess 1.
Interesting.
Wow.
But because of the increased storage, loading just takes longer. I hope you all learned a little bit about Japanese home computers.
Yeah. I mean, did the MSX exist in the US, or was it just...
I don't know if the MSX was ever released in the US.
It doesn't seem it.
Yeah,
If there was, there were only like a couple of them.
It was popular in Japan as well as several other countries.
Yeah, it says few of them were released in the US, so... Not really.
Yeah.
Most
All
of
right,
our
let's do
stuff
another
is-
question.
What?
My favorite.
Who's hit us up?
According to Tetsuya Nomura, Where did Final Fantasy VII take place and Hironobu Sakaguchi's first draft of the plot? So, where was Final Fantasy VII originally supposed to take place?
Supposed to be like Mako Town or something, wasn't it?
That is incorrect.
Yes, it could be.
Shibuya?
It is not.
Oh, wait, no.
Nope.
No.
New York?
That is correct.
Really? That's neat.
New York City.
Yeah, I think they were enamored with the city skylines or something like that.
I'm not sure the full background. But
No, City Skylines came out in like 2016.
Oh. The main character was a detective
50.
named Joe, who was pursuing a terrorist group that was blowing up Mako reactors. New York would later be used as a setting of Paradise Eve. So that is 30 seconds for Hebbings.
I kind of want to play a game with Detective Joe now. He sounds cool. He sounds like he'd take me to a diner and buy me a sandwich.
I want to see the Final Fantasy VII teams like take on like a New York noir story.
Ooh.
Something a little dark, something a little Americana flavored.
Yeah, I want like hard grizzled private eyes, but with like 90 belts.
So not Jack from Paradise Lost.
Wait, Paradise Lost.
Oh, not Paradise Lost. What's the latest one with Jack Garland? The one made by Team Ninja. Chat,
If I
help me
knew,
out
I would
here.
tell you.
Chat, which game has the chaos meme?
I don't know. That's his Final Fantasy, but with Columbo as the protagonist. That is exactly what I want.
It's a Stranger of Paradise.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. I remember
Sora,
that
50
meme.
years. Sora, but that friendship garbage didn't do a lot for me. The only friendship
no
I have now is at the bottom of this bottle.
This bottom of the barrel.
There's no such thing as a
Bottle of the
friend.
barrel.
Once Kingdom Hearts goes off copyright.
Look, Kingdom Hearts is moving into the real world? Question mark? We don't really know, so it could happen.
Kingdom Depression.
If you watched our Kingdom Hearts episode in August,
Yeah.
you'll know that a lot of this stuff was based on the real world. So checks
You
out.
You could also watch our Kingdom Hearts episode from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we didn't ask as much Kingdom Hearts
That's
real
true.
world questions though.
Speaking of real world questions, what is the most conductive pure metal?
Gold.
Is
You're
neither
both
of those.
wrong.
They're up there, but not the most.
You've gotten second and third place, respectively.
Yeah.
You said it's a metal?
Is a
It is
metal.
metal.
Silver?
Silver's
It is
correct.
silver.
20 seconds for Hebbings. Gold does not tarnish, but it's often used for plating.
Makes sense.
Also, silver, one of my favorite hedgehogs.
Yeah, I never really liked Copper the Hedgehog.
Me too.
We don't talk about bronze.
Do we have any more? I think we're running low on these. No, we got a couple more
Yeah, a
real
couple
world
more.
questions for y'all.
I got some more rocks and metals.
Yeah, we have a lot left. We've been pretty slow paced this time because I've been too busy. Like every time I see one of those turtles dance, I'm like, man, I wish that was me.
Just vibing in a volcano.
Yeah, it sounds so warm. I'm here under my heated blanket, and I'm like, that seems nice.
I should have written questions about The Rock. What is The Rock's Ryu number?
Probably two, right?
It's 1.
It's 1.
They're also in
Wow.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Oh, they're also
Fortnite.
in,
I forgot about Fortnite.
SNK All Stars.
Is The Rock in that?
Yeah, him and John Cena. You can totally
Amazing.
fight Mai Shiranui with The Rock.
Fantastic.
All right. Speaking of rocks, what is the softest reference mineral on the Mohs scale of mineral hardness?
Talc?
That's right. 20 seconds for Hebinks. It is 1,500 times softer than diamond, which is the hardest reference mineral on the scale.
All I know is
That-
you can find
that's
it in
a lot.
powder form.
Writing this question really took me back to like middle school science. I was like, oh, I remember having the little kit.
I learned this
and
in
being-
2nd grade.
All right, don't make fun of me.
In
Did you get a
class.
diamond in your kit?
No, because
Aw.
we'd only got up to iron at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, she had to transmute
found
her own
any yet.
diamond.
Oh, true. That was, yeah, in alchemy later on.
Alchemy.
Whoa. Yeah, I like I like how like the hardness scale works. It's like, yeah, if you can scratch this mineral with another mineral, that
That
one's
was-
harder. Therefore, it goes in the scale.
I
Which
mean,
makes
hey,
sense.
Yeah, no, that's
But someone was just going around like scratching minerals with other minerals, and it's like, all right, this one's harder.
Just a guy in a lab going, eh.
This one doesn't scratch.
How are you looking over there, Farflu? I'm struggling to find a claw still.
I'm here.
We're being railroaded in the same way.
Oh, plus I'm wash. Those 3 runs consecutive getting hard.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're gonna tantalize you with the best spell in the game. Now work for it. Dance,
Now earn the rest of the run.
right? Yeah, so the claw weapon lets you traverse, the first 2 forms of the claw weapon let you traverse walls on these little climbing points. And surprisingly, a lot of the major dungeons and even like the smaller areas are like, hey, climbing is a really cool mechanic that so-and-so spent a long time coding. Let's put it everywhere. So they did. There's climbing in almost every single dungeon.
This game has one gimmick, and it's climbing.
A fun fact about the randomizer, some of the areas, since it has an open platform, you can technically go anywhere. Some of the dungeons aren't coded to not allow you to go down them into certain areas. So Ham had to go in, the developer had to go in and make it to where you couldn't go into certain sections without a claw, or you would be soft locked. So like the mines, you can't operate the buckets that take you down further into the mines because you would get stuck and you wouldn't be able to make your way out unless you had the exit spell. So there's some quality of life features there put in place by the randomizer developer. Nobody likes to get soft locked.
I was gonna say speak for yourself, but no, yeah, you're right.
It's not a fun time.
Chris, could you give us another question?
I could. What are the only main series Final Fantasy games where ethers are not present?
Final Fantasy 1.
Ether?
Ethers, I don't know. It is not one.
Is it 2 and 3?
3 is one of them. 2 is not.
Trying to think of one that doesn't use MP for some reason. And
Yeah, well, it will be a Final Fantasy I have not played. So let's try 6.
It's not
6.
6.
I appreciate all of you trying to think very hard about what the answer could be when you could just be naming numbers, and we would respect that.
true.
I respect that decision.
Yeah.
8?
It is
There you
8.
go.
I was like, they had that weird junction system thing, and that stuff gets wild.
Eighth one with drawing mana, right?
Correct. You have to like draw
Yeah.
the spells out of enemies. That's right. Like
Interesting.
You draw Blizzard out of an enemy, and then you can use Blizzard for how many Blizzards you drew. They're like consumable items, so there's no MP
Weird.
system.
That is 20 for Heavings, yeah.
The draw system makes me think of like Amazing Island more so than it does Final Fantasy VIII, I gotta say. Just the name. Or Drawn to Life.
I mean, Amazing Island, you were literally drawing your characters.
I
so
know,
it makes
exactly.
sense.
Same with Drawn to Life.
That was a game I played a lot of when I was a kid.
Amazing Island slaps.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I remember renting it from Hollywood Video. And then being like, wait, this rules, and then getting a copy of it.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't hold up today, because I think the game is just a lot of, like, mashing minigames, but that's okay.
Those can be fun depending on how hard they want you to mash. Then what was it?
Yeah.
One game, I can't remember what it was, but it had a mashing section that got screwed up when it was ported, and basically since it bumped the game up to 60 hertz, the mashing that was required was almost impossible by humans.
Oh, no.
Chad, if you know what game I'm referencing, I don't know what game I'm referencing, so please let me know in the comments or in the chat.
One of them.
I finally found a claw!
We start with bombs and exit, but no claw.
No claw.
I got mine a few minutes ago.
Oh no. Yeah, I
maybe-
had one of those moments where I was like, what haven't I done? I'm doing things. What haven't I done yet? And then I realized what I hadn't done.
How we looking in terms of our go mode status?
I'm still missing Cap and Thunderrock and Mobius Crest. So I think we only really need 4 more items because we also need the Dragon Claw. So once we get 4 items, we're basically in go mode.
Ooh, kind of speedy.
Can be real quick, but yeah, it really depends. And that's the average random moment, I would say. Always feeling behind and bad, but we still love the game.
Right? You're always doing awful until you found out that somehow you won. And then you're amazing.
All right. Question time. How many Moogles are seen at Game Central Station in the 2012 film Wreck-It Ralph?
Two?
That's right. Did you know that, or was that a full guess?
That was a full-blown guess. I'm like,
Okay.
I only ever see 2 Moogles together usually when they're referenced.
Moogles always come in pairs.
Yeah.
I don't think
What
that's
they
true.
say. That's
20
what I learned
seconds.
in middle school.
20 seconds for Heavings. I like writing this question. I could like totally picture them floating in the background, but I don't. It's probably not what actually happened. It's probably just my brain making up an image.
Now the
You know what I
question
mean?
is, did they give them that sound from 14, or did they make them say Kupo in the movie?
I do love the sound from 14.
I think they're just like background characters. I don't know if they're.
Yeah, they don't have
I
any
don't remember them.
lines.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Wreck-It Ralph wiki. List of cameos. 'Cause
Yeah.
Of course there's a wiki for this game.
I can imagine Square Enix would have been like, that's an extra $1 million to use that sound effect. Thank you.
Is there a screenshot of these Moogles. Moogle.
I'm trying to find. It's like not even on this page. Oh, okay.
Wait.
Wait.
I don't know. I can't find a picture. Moogles are listed under false rumors.
Oh no.
So now I'm worried.
I can't find any of them. I don't know.
If it's not real, I'm okay with losing 10 seconds for a fake fact.
The Wreck-It Ralph wiki only the only mention of a Final Fantasy is graffiti that says Aerith lives.
Apparently, it's actually something else carrying a cherry.
Oh no.
All right. Well, we've lied to you all. We've pulled. we fooled all of you. A net zero gain in knowledge during this segment.
I've been bamboozled.
Well, you were correct in the wrong way.
Somebody tell the Final Fantasy wiki to fix this so I don't make bad questions. Let's move on and not dwell on this.
Yeah.
The name Chocobo, as well as their "kwe" catchphrase, is inspired by a Japanese brand of what type of food?
Banana.
Not a banana.
Fried chicken?
Oh yeah, that's
Not chicken.
This is just the name Chocobo, nothing about their style
Yeah.
or whatever.
Can't be
has to do
chocolate,
with-
is it?
Could be.
It is a chocolate thing.
It's a pretty specific thing.
It is a specific
if
chocolate
you don't get
thing.
it, if you don't get it, we'll give half.
Is it like a chocolate ball candy?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The only
That
thing
is
I could
30
think of was,
seconds.
like bonbons or something.
30 seconds for Hemmings. The mascot for the Japanese Choco Ball candies is a bird who says "kwe."
And they're chocolate malt balls.
Yeah, they're like milk
Kind
duds.
of like
Like Whoppers?
Milk Duds are, yeah, they're more like Whoppers.
Not milk duds, Whoppers. I meant Whoppers.
Yeah.
I pictured a Whopper in my head, and I included the box, and then I said milk duds.
Milk Duds are great, though. They're caramel instead of malt.
Milk duds
Yeah,
are better.
and they stick to your teeth horrendously.
That is true.
And look, it just lets the sugar work better.
Oh boy, that's just what I need.
Dentists love them.
4 out of 5 dentists agree.
They let the sugar work better.
The problem with Whoppers is that they're really dry.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, you can
so
have-
dry.
You can have some like milk with those things.
They remind me too much of our humor on this show.
Boo.
I won't comment on that. I'm a guest
One of my-
here.
Thank you.
I do like that every time you hit a switch, you can't just use your hands to do it. Absolutely not. You have
No,
to
no.
hit it with a sword
Right.
or an axe.
Ben is all about utilizing his tools to the best of his ability. And he's like, hey, I have this axe that's great for chopping down trees, but you know what would be awesome? If I smack this lever with it.
What is the lever if not the mechanical tree?
What if you break the lever?
Soft lock.
That's the lever's fault for being fragile.
You have a chance to just like cleave the lever in half. You just can't use it anymore.
That's like some Dwarf Fortress logic.
Honestly.
Speaking of logic, you guys want to hear some nerdy game design stuff about this that we found out with the randomizer?
Go for it.
So all the sound effects are actually tied to the music tracks that are playing in the background for every area. And so with the randomizer, if you shuffle the music, you'll actually find out that some areas where you should hear the tree thwax, you'll hear like this sound or something. And that's because the song for that area isn't playing appropriately and it can't pull the right sound effect. Same with the lever sounds. So sometimes you'll be in an area and let's say the music for this tower is in the forest. Every tree you hit will instead make a lever sound.
Is that like a memory thing, or is it like a?
I believe it's a memory limitation. Oh God.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting.
I can't imagine anything more terrifying than a bird spitting spiders at me. Please stop. Stop it. I'm being
I do
bullied.
like that. I do like that the spider just kind of like hangs out around you, and then you fall over because you're like, I'm spooked.
Kind of just rotates around.
Right?
You get dizzy and you fall over.
And then the
'cause you're
bird
so
does
dizzy.
one-handed push-ups.
Do you not?
I never said that.
This bird
No,
is swole.
you should.
The bird is jacked.
Messing me up.
It is a bird with arms. Yeah.
We very much appreciate the Futurama references when Pazuzu gets on the screen. Same for our Final Fantasy community. I think there was a raid that had Pazuzu, and there was apparently a very famous call out for that community. It said Pazuzu up. I've had that spammed in my chat before.
Speaking of chat getting to spam stuff, what crystal is Earth's most common mineral?
Quartz?
That's right. 20 seconds for Hemmings. We had to ask at least one crystal question. It was in the name of the theme. A little behind the scenes on this episode. It was actually very hard to think of a name for this one, I'll be honest. 'Cause I knew I wanted to do a crystal/rock one. Then all I could think of was rock talk. And that doesn't really work.
At least you didn't lean into the mystic aspect and start getting like what's the study? Cryptids?
That would
You
be
know.
fun. But here's
do
the
that.
thing. I still thought it was mythic, so it would have never happened.
I mean, I was looking up crystal trivia, and I was getting like the other side of crystals, you know, like healing crystals and stuff, and I did not feel like that was suitable for this.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, but yeah, quartz is basically what a lot of beach sand is. It's silica dioxide. So, it's pretty common.
It's also in your watch.
Whoa.
We had a question about that in the past. It's because quartz like has like like a really, really consistent resonance frequency, I guess, and it doesn't.
Vibrates.
Yeah, it vibrates at like a consistent frequency, and it doesn't change with heat very like common heats.
Isn't it like an
temperatures,
oscillating
so.
frequency or something like that they call it?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it
I think.
oscillates X amount of times in a second, and that's how they do the seconds.
and it helps that it's like absurdly abundant.
And it uses I think it uses like very low energy to do so. So makes sense.
It's also more than one measuring cup could be quartz.
Yep.
Barflu, I'm being dragged into all
Thanks.
your favorite places, and I don't like it.
Should I stick with the quicker seed?
No, we're in it to win it now, bud. We're in this together. We're a team. The community really doesn't like going to Big Tree here. It can be a little cumbersome. Now, thankfully, the creator of the ROM hack decided he hated chopping down 50 billion mushrooms, So there's a little tweak that you can check for when you create your seed, and it says tweak frustrating dungeons, and literally all it does is it like reduces the amount of mushrooms in this dungeon. You add some like little gaps that you can go into that's not only there in vanilla and like the ice pyramid, some quality of life speed stuff. Because normally that would be like an entire forest of mushrooms over there, and I'd have to sit there and cut through every single one, moving one block at a time.
That sounds
We should have
great.
made the theme mushrooms.
For this one little section.
This one section, yeah, we should add some mushroom questions on standby. I didn't know. I like that you've become the spider.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's a great climbing animation there.
Do we have any off-the-cuff mushroom trivia?
No.
What video game character gets his power through mushrooms?
Toad.
Correct. Because if not for mushrooms, Toad would not exist. Therefore,
Exactly.
the limited power that Toad has is through himself.
Whoa.
It's because Toad believes in himself.
Power friendship.
Pretty much. Power of mushrooms. I will look up mushroom trivia and give you the first thing that I see.
Oh, I'm already on the Giant Bomb wiki.
Oh, no.
campbellsoup.co.uk. 7 facts about mushrooms we bet you didn't know.
The answer is Super Mario.
Mushrooms are often the goal of fetch quests. Are they? Is that true?
Someone played like WoW once and was like, this sucks.
I get asked to get mushrooms one more time.
30 amazing mushroom facts to share with your friends. I don't think I would do that, but okay.
Mushrooms appear in 437 results. Also, if you don't start just DMing me mushroom facts, I'm questioning this
I need
professional partnership here.
I need to share these mushroom facts with my friends. Did you know that some mushrooms glow in the dark?
Yeah.
Well, I've shared it.
Why are the doors in this dungeon tree faces?
We don't question it.
Okay.
We try not to talk
Correct.
about it.
If I was a face in a tree and I was hit by an axe, I guess I would let you through because I'd be like, ow. But
Yeah.
I would not be happy about it.
We need to talk about the tree face in the room.
We talk about trivia instead.
Yeah, did you know that mushrooms help fight age-related diseases?
That's not really what I meant by trivia, but that's an interesting fact. Please give us a question.
How many Mako reactors were built in Midgar?
Or
It's
No,
not
it's
4.
not enough.
8.
It's
8
not
is
8.
not enough.
We're gonna binary search this.
Is it 10?
That is incorrect.
that is
But in which direction, I'll never say.
It's not 7.
12?
It's not
12
12.
is not correct.
Gar.
Chat's gotten it.
Is it 9?
It is 9.
Thank you.
There are 8 surrounding the city, 1 per sector, and there's 1 underground to power the Shinra building and the base of Deep Ground. That is 20 seconds for Hebbings.
That trivia is mean. It involved Dirge Cerberus, and I don't like it.
Did you know mushrooms create fairy rings? If you've ever played RuneScape, you sure do.
Yeah.
I don't have my draw staff.
Don't give any if you're ever in a circle of mushrooms, anyone asks you for their name, don't answer.
Wow, we are really being sent around the world here in
Yeah,
this
but-
sea portfolio.
By the way, this is not a save the crystal like the other one. We just need to find the items to get in the boat and to pilot the boat, but apparently we need to save the crystals anyway.
Yeah, right? The bosses are holding on to their items, and it's not fun. Oh, it is fun, but they're being mean about it.
I think it's more fun for chat.
Oh yeah, watching people suffer is like chat's pass. I didn't do this battleground.
Always.
Did you remember to do the battleground at the beginning of the game?
Not at the beginning, but I remember later.
I just remember. I just walked by it and I was like, "That's not done. That should be
And-
done."
Honestly, there's probably stuff like this I forget about because it's almost been 3 hours.
Yeah, if you ever want to know what it's like to experience Alzheimer's, play a randomizer. Try to go fast. What's my name again?
On my way. Who are you?
What year is it? Do you
I
have-
forgot where I was. As part of the
What?
bit.
What are we doing?
Is this a show? What is this show? Is there a command for that? I don't know. People submit
Never heard of
questions
it.
to our show. Is that a thing?
I think so.
That's right. You can submit your questions, and they could show up here. Type exclamation point, think fast, and chat to learn more. I know that may not seem like we used them, because I don't know if we used any this week, but that's because we had a really weird theme, and people
Please.
weren't.
Please stop sending Pokemon questions. Thank you.
We have a lot of Pokemon questions, and I understand that Pokemon is an infinite font of trivia because there's so much. There's just so many. 1,008 needless. But if you got other questions, send them in. We'll try. We'll credit you. Your name could be on the stream,
Yeah.
and we could have to do less work. It's a win-win, really. We still have to do a lot of work.
Orphle, you might be ahead of me. I forgot to go back and melt a snowman
Do you want to melt a snowman?
with flare.
I should stop before we get DMCA'd.
When you talk about that, I just did now. Hope you have the
so
last
we're
piece
not
of
too
the
far
puzzle.
from each other.
Probably not.
I start singing, and our producer sprints over to mute me.
No.
No.
There's a joke here about monkeys on a typewriter, except we're playing a randomizer.
Was it
Do y'all want a
snowman?
medium question?
One flare was not good
Medium
enough.
TM.
Medium TM. Certified
think-
medium question.
Not to be confused with large TM.
What type of iron alloy was largely made obsolete by the mass production of low-carbon steel?
Cast iron?
No. Cast iron still used for things.
Iron alloys.
You have the right idea, though, I will say.
Orphle, you got any guesses?
I don't think I'm even sure to understand the question.
Yeah, I don't know why I put this as medium.
This is easy if you know about the mass
Metallurgy.
production of low carbon steel and what it replaced.
Which,
Pretty
if you listen to
straightforward.
podcasts
easy.
about engineering, then you're like, yeah, obviously it's this. And if you're normal, then
If you were literally anybody else.
All I can think of is like other things like regular steel, like pressed steel.
Right.
Pretty easy when you know
So-
the answer, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm looking at the answer right now. It's pretty easy.
the cast iron is a method of like forming iron, right?
Okay.
And then it becomes an alloy because other stuff gets in there.
You know.
There was another very main way that you would form iron.
Well, you could
Forged
forge it with you mash with a hammer and fire.
That is what you do, and there's a name for it.
Steel forged?
No,
Oh.
this is before we really were able to use steel for a lot of stuff. Honestly, I'll give you points for the mashing it with a hammer iron. That's essentially right. We'll give Farfalu 10 seconds for that one, I think.
What's the official name?
The official name is wrought iron. Wrought. That's when you hammer it into shape. The last wrought iron plant in the United States closed in 1969, 113 years after Henry Bessemer patented the Bessemer process, which allowed for the mass production of steel. And so pretty much soon after that, anything that you were making with wrought iron kind of started becoming steel, like especially railroads.
Yeah.
They wrought iron to me, and I think of rust.
Rotten iron.
Yeah.
Rotten iron.
This is not organic.
Yeah.
Cannot rot.
Certified medium question.
Of course.
People still make wrought iron, but it's like you don't really use it for stuff these days.
So
Especially compared to like cast iron, which is still used for pans.
you play like modded Minecraft, it shows up.
Barflu, how long ago did you get hit go mode? Because I just hit it.
Oh, this is a boss rush. Well, I'm about to kill the first boss.
That gives me my answer, which is about a minute or so ago, so I'm not too far behind.
No, not much. But I think
forgot
on
to check the
trivia,
Hermit's house.
yeah, I feel bad doing 3 before Pyramid. Did you go to Mount Gale?
Yes, but Doulahan died in 2 turns, so it really wasn't that much of a diversion.
Yeah, but we only had a brown box. Feel bad.
Yeah, he was our... So if you start the game with the Sky Coin or turn in the Sky Shard Hunt, one of the boxes that you can find is taken out of the game just because it would have too many red chests. So occasionally you'll just be on the hunt for your Go Mode items and you'll hit a dead chest because you already have the Sky Coin.
Well, that would be the Skycoin chest.
And
So
while
I
it's
guess
an
we-
ingenious design thing, it feels bad to hit it.
Yeah, we didn't get any advantage of starting with the not the sun, but the Skycoin. But I'm pretty sure now I will have the best and easiest Doom Castle from all the 3 races because we just have everything. And life for once.
Yeah, so unless Dark King is just truly outrageous,
Yeah, I
he's
shouldn't
probably
have
gonna finish a few minutes ahead of me.
fast.
Truly outrageous is a good reference to our rocks and gems themed episode.
I knew it would be.
True.
I'll be honest, when this one started and y'all were like, "Oh yeah, this is the God Seed," I was like, "All right, that'll be the fastest one." Interesting.
We were duped, yeah, but everyone in the community loves starting with exit because you don't have to backtrack through anywhere. You just press start and peace them out.
Imagine if exit was in both.
Oh,
Could that
God.
be maybe 5 or 10 minutes more?
Yeah, right?
We use it a lot.
It can also one-shot enemies, although you don't get experience from them when you defeat them that way. So I don't know if you saw in the last couple seeds when there was a giant dinosaur skeleton on screen and we made a pane of glass make it magically vanish, or the giant stone golem do the same thing, but that's the exit spell. Very fun.
Also, the giant bone golem is undead for some reason. Well, I guess a skeleton is dead, but in my opinion, it should be more like a zombie or something like that to be undead.
But Phoebe's not high enough level to kill it with life, so you still can't do that anyways.
Oh, it worked?
No, I missed. Oh no. These doggos are hitting me with water guns.
I would think they would be spitting at you.
I think, but oh god. Call a medic.
Y'all want a couple more questions while we get into the last bit of the show?
Or
What state has experienced the most earthquakes since 1900?
California?
It is not California.
Arizona.
Not Arizona.
Nevada? Oh, I'm done.
Not Nevada.
New Mexico.
Nope. You're not in the right part.
Texas? Okay, not the right part.
Hawaii.
No.
Nope.
Guess,
Alaska?
though.
Alaska.
Alaska.
It is Alaska.
20 seconds for Farfaloo. 3 of the 6 largest earthquakes in recorded history occurred in Alaska.
That's
Was that
pretty
time?
rough.
Or is there another? Farfaloo, is that time for you?
Oh yeah, yes, I'm done.
You are just one boss fight ahead of me.
All right, Ray, figure that out.
Yeah, maybe we're talking the same time. I'm done maybe 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. I think E-Binks will crush me with all those trivia knowledge.
It's just random junk up here rummaging in this brain. It's kind of like that episode of SpongeBob with the filing cabinets and everything's on fire.
All right, and this is the final room here, right?
Mm-hmm. We get the lava dome theme. This one's a banger.
I think we can fit in one final question here as you're doing this.
Ooh.
For 20 minutes.
For 20, yeah.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
A plush Moogle can be seen in what Assassin's Creed game?
A what Moogle?
A plush Moogle.
Black Flag?
No.
The one in New France. Sorry, I don't know the name.
The one in New... What?
In
There was
France?
a Canadian. There was a Canadian.
Oh, the one in
Assassin-
France.
No.
I heard the one with new friends, and I'm like, in a way, so many games contain new friends.
It is not, though.
What's the one with Ezio in Italy?
Like the first one.
The first one is Altair, and that's in the Middle East.
Like the second one.
Yeah,
We should
the
try.
second one.
Yeah,
It's not
like
the second one.
like we said before, Final Fantasy 3,
Time.
4. So it's Assassin's Creed 3.
It's not 3.
It is not a numbered Assassin's Creed. Unfortunately, unlike Final Fantasy.
Like most our questions, we did decide that some questions don't just have to be numbers.
I can give a very mean hint.
Do
Go
it.
for it. That's
is-
time, by the way.
It is a pretty old game.
Oh man, it is, isn't it? Not that old.
It's pretty old.
It's not that old.
Okay.
It's not that old.
I can't remember
pretty
any of the Assassin's Creed subtitles.
Well, we're unfortunately covering the timer, so y'all got to answer a bit faster, unfortunately.
The Viking one is not an old one. E-Binks?
Moose's hint was bad.
No, my hint's so good.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I got there.
I told you it was a really mean hint.
No, that's a bad hint for us actually moving on with our lives.
I unfortunately don't know.
In a way, some might say it's the oldest one.
Assassin's Creed?
1.
No, it's not the first one.
Gotta be
Assassin's Creed
Ezio.
2.
All right. One more guess each, and I'll call it.
Go ahead, Farfalo.
Assassin's Creed 2.
No.
It's not 2.
Assassin's Creed 6. If they even got that high.
It like technically might be, but I don't. In terms of like,
No,
it's
apparently,
not.
apparently 6 is Syndicate. It is
That
not.
makes sense. The answer is Assassin's Creed Origins.
It's pretty old because you're in ancient Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in front of a trunk in like the base of the current timeline. All right. That's it for our 3 game extravaganza. I'm workshopping that term still. We're gonna wait here as our producer totals up the final times here, and we'll see where everything adds up in the end. While we're doing that, we have a couple of final announcements.
Yes, we do. If you're watching on YouTube and enjoy this content, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern.
If y'all have any shout-outs you'd like to do,
Yeah. Shout outs to, of course, the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest community, especially Wild Ham, Chanigan, the RPG Chick, Sir Link-A-Lot, Kedril. I believe that I didn't find out about this randomizer until I saw the GDQ hotfix featuring Sir Link-A-Lot and Kedril. So I wouldn't be here without seeing that. And so shout outs to GDQ as well for hosting them and bringing awareness to the game. But yeah, especially to the community, there's a lot of great minds coming together in there, and we're coming up with even more crazy things to do in the randomizer. We're actually betaing out an entrance randomizer. So you might find a volcano on a bridge in future runs of the randomizer. Just to list a few things. So we can't change where doors go, but we can change the physical locations of places. And yeah, thank you to both of y'all for inviting us here and having us on the show. It's been a great time.
Yeah, of course. I don't think I can add much to this. Thank you pretty much for the invite. Thank you, GDQ. Also, there was talk about multi-world. Probably it's still in the very, very early phase, so I don't expect that soon, but probably we might see this in the next year, the next couple years. So a multi-world is basically a randomizer like we did, but you can share items between games. So it would be another kind of co-op. And yes, it was pretty nice. I had a lot of fun. So thank you guys.
Oh, and I guess we should tell them where they can find the randomizer. So you can find the randomizer at ffmqrando.net. We actually have an open link to the beta on that site as well. So if you want to try out some of the kookier stuff, feel free to give that a shot. And there's also a link to our Discord, our community Discord in there. Again, we have weekly races with all sorts of settings and a very new player-friendly room if you're trying to get started for the first time in the randomizer and you want settings. So feel free to check that out. We'll welcome anybody who wants to come join and have a good time.
thank y'all so much for being on the show with us. We do have your final times coming in at 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 57 seconds is Farfaloo, and coming in at 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 48 seconds is Headaches. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Both under 3 hours, so underestimate both of you. Excellent.
We did it.
If you like this show, we are on every other Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll have more trivia, we'll have more races, and we'll have that'll be hopefully about as correct as normal in terms of the accuracy of the things we say on the stream.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for PB Precipice, followed by It's Dangerous to Go Alone. And thanks for watching.